considering I think that there is a less than zero chance of us getting through this night without fighting something.
I guess that depends on how persuasive / evil you are.
Can you persuade us to be evil?
None of us are charisma characters, and one of us has 2 personalities. So
Well, if we want to talk like realignment of alignment, that would be fine. Like if everybody in the party wants to go evil, that'll sure wrap up the story pretty fast.
Oh my god, I want to play an evil character. I think I'd do so good.
I
think you already play an
I
evil
was gonna
character.
say,
pretty sure Xenesis is evil, just like hiding it from everyone else.
Yeah.
A lot of your instincts as a good character are pretty fucking like morally gray. So I would say you're
well,
pretty
he
close
stole a wheel
already.
of cheese. I guess we have to burn him to death.
Well, his
I didn't
friend
say
fell
that.
on him, and he's very traumatized. So we should just put him out of his misery. You want to fucking execute him because his friend fell on him, his friend's dead body, and that's enough to be like write it off, like just fucking end me.
Guess he deserves to die now.
Jesus.
Yeah, I take him out of it. Yeah, well, you know, hard to explain. I just think taking him out of his misery because he seems so sad. But yes, it shouldn't be my choice.
He's probably
I, a person who doesn't know you, have chosen to decide that this is the only thing that you are living for.
Yeah.
definitely
You're dead.
bummed, but
That's like killing someone because somebody else in their family died. Like,
Yeah.
it's like one step above like. Well, he got into a car crash and his car's totaled. Might as well just start him over.
Yeah.
Put him down.
Let's get back to a nice 0, and we'll.
His house burned down. Probably just put him in misery. Swiftly him. Yeah. I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking brutal.
So this is really random. I didn't realize that Chris changed the image, but I like this gobbly tree-looking creature. Where all our
Good, because
characters
you're gonna
at.
get acquainted.
Are you talking?
That ain't no tree.
What are we? Where at?
The one at the up here.
Oh,
Right.
okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
a tree, Tern.
Yeah, we know what that is.
But we just no, never mind. We didn't fight that yet.
It kind of looks like the Whomping Willow thing we fought, but it's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's different. I don't
Yo,
think
we
it's
should-
actually a tree. I think that is
Yeah.
a Cthulhuan horror.
Yeah.
I think a frog he-myth was mixed with some other deeper Cthulhu shit to create whatever the fuck that is.
This
I'm
is
sure
like
you'll
the
find
frog
out.
hemoth before the frog hemoth eats a Snickers.
Fucking tentacles, dude. Every fucking boss monster in this goddamn game's got 8 tentacles.
It's almost like they're all thematically coming to the same like end point. It's weird.
The end of the. So what you're saying is book 6 is just hentai wall to wall.
The fisherman's wife too. The retentacling.
Or
Jeez.
or literally you guys are like, you know that it's Shub-Niggurath, which is like she's the goat in the woods with 1,000 young or something
Yep.
like that.
The
Right.
goat of 1,000 young. Yep.
Kind of reminds me of this Hearthstone card when I see it.
Also, the
Cthulhu.
just a bit of trivia. If none of you
No.
played the original Quake game, Shub-Niggurath was the final boss of Quake.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Can go look at a very low res
I'm
Shub-Niggurath
sure
monster.
it's pretty bad.
It is. It looks like the mid 90s.
Yeah, I bet.
The goat of 10 pixels.
Yeah.
The goat of
The
10
goat of
polygons.
roughly 1,000 pixels.
Oh my
1,000.
god, he's got 1,000 polygons!
no, 1,000 polygons would have broken computers back in those days.
True.
Okay. I'm just gonna adjust a couple more audio things here, and then I will go through what I have down as a summary, and then I'll ping one of you for what you remember.
Ping, ping, ping.
I have distinct memories of avoiding a lot of conversation yesterday in character. Or
Because you were
Avoiding.
upset.
I was upset.
Oh yeah, because
You
Ilix
cranky
is like
boy.
Alex is
paused.
not Ilix, and I don't
Somebody
like it.
placed pause on the Ilix VCR in her head.
Mm-hmm. Somebody switched the tapes on us.
Yeah, the tapes are switched.
My
Okay.
question is, if Ilix returns, will it be like she missed a day?
Yes.
Okay, so
She
she
will
just
not
will have no
remember.
memory at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
wonder
another,
if like
another important question: if Ilix returns and then Professor Lorimer returns, does Professor Lorimer remember the events of the days that he was not present?
as far as
he-
I yeah,
so
go ahead.
basically the way it would function is he would fill in the blanks. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah. So he would basically borrow Ilix's memories and alter them to be because
Okay.
Ilix is gone in his mind.
So it's just a bit of a wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah. A little
Kind of
bit.
Yeah,
hand wave.
the way I understood it is like they will have experienced the events, but they will just believe that they were in the driver's seat the whole time because they
Mhm.
will both vehemently deny the existence of the other.
Yeah. That's
So,
the main function.
Yeah.
I'm open to you playing it either way, honestly.
That's that because I feel like the not missing a beat thing works better with them vehemently denying, because if they believe that there's no missing time, because if they come to realize there's missing time, they know something's up.
Well, I think
Um,
only the professor will deny that there's another personality.
I think both of them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that that all the personalities will, and that's part of the danger of it, is that even the original personality will be like, no, fuck you, no, I'm me.
Yeah, sure. I'm open to that.
I've seen it both ways in
Yeah.
like actual cases where like the primary personality just loses time, blacks out when other personalities take over, and then the personalities sort of like borrow memories. And I've also seen in
Yeah.
like denying that you're insane is also sort of a big thing.
I think that if Ilix recovers from it, though, like all of her Lorimer days are going to be kind of dreamy and hazy.
Yeah.
That makes sense because she wasn't really around.
It'll
to
be there,
store
but
those
weird.
memories.
Mm-hmm.
Brains are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if one of us also gets split personality and also turns into Lorimer, we could do that thing where we just put them both in a room and they'll just work it out.
No, I'm Professor Lorimer.
No, I'm Professor Lorimer.
There was a dollop about the three Jesuses, and that was amazing.
Oh, I think I've read that.
Yeah, it's like these doctors were like, well, there was one time where two women thought they were both Mary, the mother of Christ. And when they were put into a room, they just kind of worked out, like, there's no way there can be two of us, and then they were fine. So they just put three guys who all thought they were Jesus in the same, like, living facility, and they hated each other.
Or they start their own cult. It's like, well, actually, this is what they meant by Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the brief summary that I have here, and then I'll have one of you guys fill in any blanks that I might have missed, but I think this is the kind of the general position of the story at the moment. So after returning to the town of Ilmarsh, after returning to find the town of Ilmarsh abandoned, save for a few stragglers, the party made preparations for their dark descent. With the information given to them by Horus, they believed that more answers might be found at the bottom of Avalon Bay. Specifically beneath the Tern rocks, where Horus has theorized that there may live a race of aquatic creatures that everyone now agrees must most likely have been the neighbors down bay. In particular, the party seeks the Dark Rider sent here to trade the Sea Sage effigy for what very well may have been the Raven's Head mace of legend. If the Rider is still alive, he may know the whereabouts of the other Rider sent by the Whispering Way, and therefore may lead them one step closer to their nemesis. I'm going to go ahead and roll party member. Mr. Havelock, why don't you tell us what you remember from last session?
Last session was pretty chill. We mostly, I think we retired for the evening in the inn, and kind of since the town's been abandoned. Did we speak to the trader lady?
Yeah, the
We spoke
apothecary
to her
quoted
first.
you with
Like
some
a
stuff before you
long
left.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we spoke to her first. Ilix began to show signs of mentally breaking. But we spoke to her for a while. I think a few of us bought a few magical items that we thought might be helpful. Air crystals, in particular, I think were a popular item. She sold some stuff to us, and I think she took the baby off to Thrushmore, where she was
Correct.
gonna settle back down and send out the letter that Havelock gave to her. And then we retired to the inn, grabbed whatever leftover foods and dry goods or whatever was left, and had ourselves a little bit of a feast. And Ilix and Plea, I think, got closer than they've ever been. Went up to share a bottle of wine and sleep together. And in the morning, and the three of us, Leopold, Havelock, and Xenesis, had a conversation downstairs, just sort of thinking about our general position and reflecting a little bit on the vision that Havelock had of Leopold when he was a boy, and this murderer who I think killed his mother. Dropping some sorts of hints about that. I think we all kind of got a little bit closer. We went to bed, woke up, and Professor Lorimore had taken over Ilix's body. We sorted through that together and came to terms with what exactly is going on with Ilix. I think quite a bit of it was sort of diagnosing exactly what's wrong and figuring out what we need to do to fix it, or what could be done to fix it. And then we set off toward the Tinkerer guy. Name eludes me.
Horace Kroon.
Horace Kroon, thank you. And did we catch up with Horace Kroon, or
I believe you had boarded his ship, because I remember there was he rose anchor and was getting ready to set sail.
right? I think we had spoken. We
we
decided that Plea was going to remain out with the helmet of underwater breathing.
Freedom of movement on me, and I was going to travel along with the submersible.
Yeah. And I think we had prepared our spells to some degree, anticipating a water base.
Zoo is meditating in the cabin, preparing her spells.
When I said we,
yeah,
I meant her.
You meant the only person that has to.
The only prepared caster in the group.
Yep.
Yes, but it sort of gives Zoo if you had final changes to the spells that you wanted to make. Now would be the time.
Yes.
I believe, mostly it was a roleplay focused session, and all of us admiring Tanner's very, very good roleplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was both upset and
Exceptional.
pleased. It's like I didn't want it to end, but at the same time, my character hates you.
Yep.
I'm prepared to disappoint you.
Yeah.
Well, the bar is pretty high after last session, so.
Well,
we are going into a sub. If we go deep enough, we can find the bar and raise.
Hey.
Oh.
Havelock punches a hole in the sub. Fuck it.
What's that? Who's that? Horace Kroon.
The depths are what we deserve.
That was so traumatic. Let's just end our existence now.
Okay.
We got that Xenesis style thinking.
That was her druid, Eliana, but fair enough.
So,
Things pretty dark.
a pretty short while after you guys hear the anchor come up, You have begun kind of sailing towards the Tern rocks, which really aren't that far away from the quay that you are leaving at the moment. So it takes you probably, I don't know, probably 15, 20 minutes to get there. It's not a terribly long journey. The wind today is, like medium speed. It's not too much. It's not like blowing people over, but it's enough that you can kind of sail across the bay without too much trouble. And it's eerily quiet out here without any fishing boats or activity from nearby Ilmarsh. So it's probably a little bit eerie. If you guys wanted to kind of touch base with your characters on the way there, I'm cool with that. Otherwise, we can kind of skip to
I think
submersible.
Plea is in the same room as Zenis, sort of meditating, trying to stay as far away from Elix as he can without being visibly rude.
So I have on my notes that says Havlik does a lot of Pharasma swirlies as we descend into the depths of the ocean. So I already have us in the submarine.
Yeah,
That's like my
I think
last
he had quote unquote crossed himself before he got into the sub because
Yeah.
uh
We still have to sail out. The last
Yeah.
thing I remember was us. Lorelix was
I like it.
was
Lord.
he was busy helping Horace Kroon come up with some sort of
Oh yeah, scuba. yeah.
scuba
Oh.
some alternate acronym scuba device.
Mhm.
But I think as we have sailed out, Ilix is probably Lorelix has gotten done with that and is probably standing near Havelock or one of the other members of the party and saying, "It's a damn ugly bit of water here."
Good thing you're not having to go into it.
Well, we'll all be going into it shortly.
Yes, we'll all be taking a dip into the drink here in a moment.
Luckily for us, we're able to be within the confines of the submersible. I worry about your friend there. He's had a bit of a rough morning. I'm not sure if he should really be the one outside. It's a risky position.
I kind of look over toward Plea and say, not to worry. If there's any one of us whose body can withstand the physical dangers of the depths, it will be Plea.
It's more the mind that I'm worried about. The sea's a strange place. It does things to people.
I must say I'm not exactly a fan of the sea.
Especially this one. Yeah.
Fish.
Anyway.
Practically a vegetable, for God's sake. Who would ever want to descend in depths?
Well, I hear word out of some northern places that a high fish diet is actually suitable to the constitution, but well.
What do they know? They live in the north.
Leopold just kind of looks over at Havlik.
Except for the ones who very intelligently came down south.
Yeah.
Those are the smart ones.
It's also weird because Irison is totally mountain locked.
Yeah.
So you probably don't have any fish in your diet.
Uslav is not that far south. Uslav is pretty fucking northern.
But you're not that north, so therefore you're south.
Yeah.
Yep.
So actually, I'd probably look over to Horace and go, "So how deep do you think these tunnels are?"
Horace is actually not in the room at the moment.
Well, never mind.
I'm imagining us somewhere on the deck, looking out. That's how I'm picturing things.
Okay, I guess.
Horace is in his cabin at the moment.
Somebody's got to be steering the ship.
So there's multiple downstairs rooms.
Uh-huh.
I think Horace is kind of in a a closet that is essentially his study. There's like tables and protractors and compasses and shit.
Mhm.
We're like near the Tern rocks now, right?
Getting closer, yeah. That's where you're heading right now.
Do I see any activity coming from the rocks themselves? Hang on.
No, but
Just
why
quiet.
don't you give me perception?
Oh, so we're actually
We're
going.
moving. Yeah,
We're moving.
we're on the way.
Yeah, sorry. Let me make the dock disappear.
I love this map. Sorry. You make the doctor's bear. It goes from
Fantastic.
He converted it into
Beautiful
energy, and we're all
stone.
blinded.
and now it's blinding beam of light.
That's amazing.
I didn't realize that I had a placeholder drawing underneath that, so there we go.
That was the best.
I thought
I'm
it was
glad
a
you-
joke at first. I thought you were kidding.
Me too.
Yeah,
It's like, well,
totally.
fantastic. My sense of immersion is so much deeper.
Okay, 21. That's pretty decent. So Leopold, you're not really a man of the sea, but your constant like aiming down your barrel at targets that are far off in the distance has trained your eye to make out fine details, and you can pretty easily see the corpse of a man who's been shackled pretty high up on one of the rocks, and the rocks are essentially these three rather large. I wouldn't call them like mountains because they're smaller than that, but they're just these big, rocky, craggy things that are
Outcroppings.
sticking up out of the water. And you imagine that beneath the water, they're probably much bigger and spread out, especially this far out into the bay. I mean, because this isn't a lake, this is a bay. So
So it'd be kind of like an underwater spire of rock.
yes. And you suspect that the three rocks are probably connected underneath. It would make sense that they would be. But yeah, so there's various like small paths and what looks like maybe a cave or two that are fairly small and just kind of cut through the rock. But yeah, you can make out a man's body just hanging up there, shackled to the side.
If I recall,
way
there
to
was
go.
one up there before. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember the first time we were here, there was someone up there. It's probably the same.
I would imagine.
And there's like
Well,
seagulls and stuff, so his body's kind of been picked at a bit.
Sun bleached chin.
I suppose we should be at the ready. The creatures can't be. They can't be unaware that something might be coming out here, given our involvements.
Well, this guy looks like he died of exposure, right?
Yeah.
Havelock is gonna pat Professor Lormore on the shoulder and say, "To worry, Professor. I doubt that the neighbors down bay or whatever these creatures contend with expect us to approach with the ability to descend water. In any case, that is a corpse there that has been left to the elements. I think we ought to go see that it receives a proper pharasmic burial."
Indeed. Tend to the needs of your cult. I'll have a bit of a look around, see if anything stands out.
Do I have to roll to see if Havelock has an aneurysm from not taking affront at the
being called
reference
a cult?
to it being a cult?
That's totally up to you.
I'm thinking in Warhammer where fucking everything's a cult.
Yep.
Let's do fortitude. It's a bad roll, but I have high fortitude.
You're fine.
Half my face just kind of kirks out. It's like,
Sure.
okay.
I'll do that.
Yes, my cult.
I imagine it's more of like a. So you like hold your tongue.
Yep. I literally bite my tongue.
Well, not able.
So, a little while later, you again hear the loud kathunk and spinning of chain as the anchor has been lowered. and Carrion comes out of what is essentially like the control booth, and he's got a pretty large loose paper that he looks to have been scrawling numbers and diagrams all over. All right, so I think we're here, and I think I've got the numbers down. Should be about yes, here it is. I think it's about let's see, quarter mile out. So yeah, I think it's probably about 400 feet down to the bottom. And I would imagine that's probably where the tunnel system is.
How fast does the sub of yours go?
Well, I think at best speed, we wouldn't want to crush your heads through or anything. We want to adjust to the pressure. We could probably get you down to the bottom in about 10 minutes or so. And I can keep pumping air the whole time, so that's not going to be a problem. I won't be able to once you reach the bottom, obviously, but you'll. Let me see. You're putting four people inside. Is that correct?
However many can fit.
Well, it's technically built for two, but you could fit four. Not comfortably, of course, but you could fit four. Should have about a half hour of air if I'm not able to supply you any.
Hopefully our supplies will be able to make up for any inadequacies in our air supply.
I like your map, by the way.
I totally threw it together in like a few minutes.
Tells what it
It's
needs to
pretty
do, man.
cool.
Yep.
I like it.
Flea puts on the helmet and goes up to Havelock and then signs, "Can you turn this thing on?"
Yeah, Havelock is out and says the command word. I don't remember what it is, but
Havelock does.
Havelock
does.
Yeah. He says, "Water helmet on."
I'd like to imagine that when it
Very-
turns on, the lenses kind of look like Maz Kanata. Yeah.
Yep, got the
Um,
weird zoomy
hmm
I feel
It
like
is
it's more like
fisheye thing.
an air bubble just sort of appears around your head.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was actually like a helmet that did stuff.
Oh, is that what it looks
Well, it's
like?
magic.
This is your submersible.
Oh, that's the
Oh, that's
source.
Oh,
so-
nice.
Looks cool.
That's what's up.
That's
Yeah, it'd be
What?
pretty hard for a person to see out of that thing if it was a helmet.
Just
Yeah.
yeah. Unless
Especially
because
your
it
eyes were
says-
Unless
Yeah.
they
you
were a
hammerhead
fucking,
sharking it or something.
what are they, a Mon Calamari? Where's my Star Wars fans?
Ithorian actually would work better. They're actually known as hammer.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
How do you
Sorry.
make a Star Wars reference and you're like, "Where's my Star Wars boys?" And then he does it, and
I
you're
went
like,
for the-
"I
I
don't know what
went
the
for
fuck
s-
that is."
I went for a very average, like Admiral Akbar, the thing that any passive Star Wars.
He's actually
observer
only
would
one
know.
race of
Well,
Mon
as a
Calamari.
passive
my
Star Wars
God.
observer, I don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
There's
Uh,
another race that live under the waves.
okay.
So if you all
Well-
don't mind when you're about ready, I don't know if you have any other preparations you need to take care of, but I'm gonna go up above and get the submersible ready to go.
I think
He
we're all
walks up
ready to go.
to Xenesis and asks for her blessing of movement.
I look you over. All right.
You're
Do
like, do I want you to live?
Does he deserve
All right,
it?
I guess you're worth a spell slot.
Do we have any kind of ability to send a message up to?
What was
like-
that called again?
Does he have like?
Nope.
Could we yell up the air tube
How
There's some-
confident are you that you could yell 400 feet?
up a tube? It'd be distant. That's for
400
This is the
feet.
air tube, and this is the yell tube.
I could shoot up the tube, but then I'd destroy the tube.
That
I
might
think
not be
that-
the best.
Please
No,
don't
probably
shoot.
not.
I mean, he's
Just
above,
make sure you lube the tube.
he's on the deck. You could definitely go talk to him and ask him these questions.
Well, Well, actually, I was just trying to see if we had like a magical.
Why don't you go ask those questions in character, please?
All right.
I'm pretty sure
I'd rather
this
know
guy
the
doesn't have any
answers.
magical ability, so
Hey, Kroon, do you have any way of reaching you in case things go wrong?
Oh, yes, yes. If you see this here, and he points to a bell that is on like the boom arm that's he's currently like latching on this submersible. Um, if you follow here, and then he points to like a spool of wire that seems to be connected to one side of the bell, and then there's like a coil of wire that then goes down the buoy arm and looks like it has a place to connect to the submersible. Once you reach the bottom, just pull the wire and you'll ring the bell here. So if you are going to be exiting the submersible, go ahead and pull it once, and I will stop pumping the air because it's kind of a grueling task. I would like to not have to do it all day. Twice if you need it to resume, and 3 times if you are ready to come back up. Your trip back up, unfortunately, is going to take you quite a bit longer, so we can avoid you all getting the bends and all number of other nasty diving illnesses.
Question for you, Dart.
Yes.
So, freedom of movement allows you to move underwater normally. Do you
Yes.
still get affected by the bends? Because you're not affected by pressure.
Um,
I'm just curious.
I
'cause
mean,
as someone who's going to be swimming freely, good to know.
so it's more that the water is moving out of your way, and less that you're like not breathing the
Well-
air. Because like the problem
well-
with the bends is you're breathing the air at pressure. So
Yeah.
if you're
Well,
in an
I-
air bubble that is equalizing to the pressure of water around you, I would say you're still breathing high pressure air.
Okay. It's weird because of like the weird condition that I'm in, where I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna rule it though. Is just
okay,
like
cool,
imagining
Sounds-
that you are in a high pressure air bubble that's
Okay.
moving water out of your way.
gotcha. Sounds good. Just need to know that before we go down.
Mhm. But that's why it takes 10 minutes to get down to the bottom and an hour to get back up. Because if you happen to dig through the Pathfinder rules, if you get bored, you can't ascend more than it's like
100 feet per
100
minute.
feet per minute, which is quite fast. And also, falling is easier than ascending.
Especially if you have boots of the cat.
Yeah. So, so he explains that to you, Leopold. And there's like an air hose that goes along with the wire.
well, that is certainly effective.
You can actually see the air hose on the side of the submersible.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't
Actually-
happen to be some crap, I suppose. I detect evil on Horace Kroon.
He's definitely not evil.
Hmm.
Neutral.
Yes, yeah. I think it
Yeah.
would be good.
I don't actually think he, but I think Havelock was so suspicious of this fucking like this whole situation.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
I don't know. This sounds pretty far fetched to me.
Well, I suppose there's nothing for it. We should get stowed away and start heading down there.
Yeah, the faster we get down there, the better. I'd rather not be here all day.
Yes, our quarry is certainly not waiting for us.
I think you're gonna do great, Plea.
Yes.
Clean nods to Xenesis and thanks her for the freedom of movement.
Yep. Lorelix will walk up and clap him on the shoulder and say, "Good luck, young man. Hopefully, we'll have you back up here safe and sound before too long."
Plea nods and gives like a slight bow to Lorelix and goes and starts trying to like connect himself to the outside of the submersible with some rope. Just to make holding on a little bit easier.
I'll help you put the rope on and get you tied up.
There's you could probably tie it to this handle here, and he points to like a handle that's been bolted to the side that looks like it's like a climbing
used to, like-
ladder, like a step.
Gotcha. Flea ties himself off to that, and then around him is just like ties it to the end of his
Certainly hope
robe
that
line.
you've got some magical tricks up your sleeve.
Flea nods.
I do suspect, I forgot to mention this, I do suspect that the tunnels down there are probably air-filled. I've seen a number of large bubbles come up from quite deep near the rocks here, and I would imagine they may well be from the tunnels down there.
Will certainly make our journey a bit easier.
Well, yes, once you get there, there is 400 feet of water between
Well,
you and that safe haven.
Not having to put you through the rigors of pumping air and not having to rely on our limited magical resources will certainly be a boon. The journey down there, well, there's nothing we can do about that, but
Please signs. At least they have your contraption, and he gives it a tap, just like a bit, sort of like you tap a car.
Don't
Well,
tap
I
it
don't
too
know if he
hard
understands
now.
that. Please. He says, "At least we've got your invention here." He seems very impressed with it.
You know what else? I may have an invention that might help you out briefly. Let me, I'll go down below and get that real quick. And he runs back down into the cabin.
Alex will start making sure she's got her boots and belts and stuff all cinched up tight.
Relying on these.
She's probably going to be.
Go ahead.
I was going to say she's probably going to have her knees up by her ears inside this submersible.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to straddle each other in order to fit.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
well,
because we're fitting 4 people into
Havelock
the
has
submersible-
detect lesbianism.
Oh god. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
It would actually help me a lot too.
Yeah, can you just like spread that around a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, help a
Is
brother
there
out.
is there a mass detect lesbianism?
Okay.
Is it hard?
So because you guys are going to be putting 4 people into the submersible, I just want to touch on a quick rule thing here, that you will be under squeezing rules so long as you are inside the submersible.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, that's going to be -4 on attack rolls and -4 to AC.
Okay.
Jesus.
How big is this submersible? Like
So
dimensions.
It's big enough for 2 people. There's a 3-foot diameter hole on the top that people get in through. So
Okay.
I would imagine. Actually, I have it on a map. Let me go look at that real quick.
Going to be crammed.
I've
Yeah,
never
we're gonna
probably
be-
just
we're
like
gonna be
it's
crammed in.
probably
Train
just
people?
2 squares, and
Well,
You're putting
I
4 people in
actually
those 2
drew it
squares.
as 4 squares just for our own sanity, so that it doesn't look stupid.
Right.
We'll just have to remember that it's a little smaller than that. I have it drawn as roughly 30 feet by 15 feet, and I think that's probably about fair.
Okay.
But that's the entire contraption, not the interior where people can move
Right.
around.
The propulsion mechanism and all that shit
Yes.
takes up the bulk of.
Dude, if someone was a druid, that means they could just swim as a fish alongside the submarine.
If there was a druid here, he could drain the entire lake with a hurricane.
That would take a while.
it's
Right.
a bay. It's part of the ocean.
Yeah.
No.
Enough move Earth.
Oh,
I
man.
I mean,
Um,
if you were a druid with a low enough intelligence score, you could think you could do that.
So a short while later, Karun comes back, holding what honestly kind of looks like candles. And he hands one to each of you. He says, "If you take this and bite down on it, it won't be very pleasant. I'm sorry, but there should be about enough air in here for one breath.
I detect magic.
They're not magical.
Well, as a character, I don't know.
That's fair. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you that they're not magical. They're very plain. They're basically wax tubes that have air in them,
Okay, so they're
Wow.
literally wax balloons.
pretty much.
Interesting. Suppose if worse comes to worse, we might survive up to 30 seconds longer.
Mm-hmm.
Better than nothing.
Holding your breath is actually like you can hold your breath for a long ass time in Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Especially if you have lots of health.
Well, luckily, we have a last-ditch measure. Well, I think
Gonna
I'm
save
prepared.
us.
Companions?
Yeah, let's
All
get this
right.
over with.
I'm ready.
Yes, I'd rather have this done with.
Yes. How do we operate the thing?
I thought Kroon was gonna operate it.
I think we're
Oh,
just
is he-
going down, right?
Well,
thought
he's
he's
not
gonna
going
be
to
up
be in
there
it with us. Yeah, he's
No,
gonna
we're
be
gonna
up
have to
top.
drive the thing when it gets down there.
Yeah. So as far as going down and coming back up, I control that. But you should have it's all labeled in there. You should have a fairly straightforward time figuring out propulsion and steering.
All right.
There's also a lantern in there, which I please don't break it. It was rather expensive to acquire. It contains a continual flame spell, which is quite useful.
Ooh, don't worry. I have mending. If anything breaks, it'll be okay.
Oh, I don't really know what that is, but it sounds nice. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the submersible into the water, and you'll probably want to swim over there. I think it's probably safer than having you climb in and then dropping you into the drink.
Very well.
Plea just dives in.
All right.
Yeah. Havelock.
I'll take the
will,
ladder.
yeah, we'll climb into the submersible.
Okay. So he lowers it out into the water, and it floats. Kind of. You can tell that the chain that he has connected to it is the main thing keeping it from just sinking like a rock.
Okay.
So yeah, so the hatch is open at this point, and it's like a 3-foot diameter manhole or manway that you can climb down into, and it's fairly cramped inside, but also like very unique. Like you haven't seen anything like it for sure.
Mhm.
I have some art for this that our lovely Whitney found.
I think once it gets into the water, Ilix will try to spring over to it, avoiding having to get in the water as much as possible, wearing a chainmail shirt and. Oh, yep.
Hmm.
Yep, that's.
Rusty. And all the kind of gauges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagining lots of brass and dials.
Very
and,
cyberpunky.
Yeah.
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 That looks pretty spacious, though.
Well, that's not.
But
what-
imagine it's not.
Yeah, this is a 4 times or
flavor.
5 times
Well,
larger.
so even if this is accurate for the space, right? Like you still don't have 5 feet of movement that you can reliably
Right.
move around in with 4 other people in there.
It's gonna be tough.
You can fit
gonna be
4
tight.
people,
Yep.
and it's not like terrible. You can sit down and relax or whatever, but you definitely can't like move deftly enough to dodge swords or whatever.
I'm imagining this like the size of a little 2-person airplane cabin.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
Cessna would
You
be
could-
pretty
yeah.
similar.
You
Yeah.
could technically fit 4 people in there, but they're not gonna have room to move
Yeah.
at all.
Right. So
It's a Cessna.
the seating area would be about the same as a 2-person Cessna, but there's obviously other space for like storage and gauges and
Right.
propulsion and the
Yeah.
lantern and stuff. So
I
there's
imagine
other
this
room.
is no.
It's just not really built for people.
Yeah.
Mm.
I imagine this is no bigger than our actual real world, like small submersibles that they'll like take down to look at like really deep parts of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Small, cramped, but just more brass and dials.
Mm.
But yeah, Ilix will cross over to the sub and will, I guess, sort of stand on top of it, hanging onto the chain, and
Okay.
try to
just
help
a moment.
the next people in.
Trying to make sure I cleaned up my map before I go dragging people onto it.
Testing.
Yeah. We hear you.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
I mean,
this
it's
is
all
dope.
right.
Come on, give yourself more credit. I think it looks quite adorable.
They need to make window advanced lighting, where it acts as an object that you can see through it.
Oh yeah, to stop you from walking through it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be nice. But this is fine.
Mhm.
I mean, we know those are windows.
Yep. It reads. As
Uh,
we're, I guess, go ahead.
The lighting should be as such that you can move your token and kind of look around outside as well without putting your token down. Like don't
That's dope.
don't pick it up and like leave the submersible because that's gonna be lame. But you can like move around to look around inside.
It looks like you're rowing as you move your character.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
So Ilix is going to, or Petros, I should say, is going to look at the four of us going in there and say, "I'm not too familiar with mechanics. Leopold, you want to give those controls a shot?"
Ooh.
I look at him and boy,
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe it's more like an animal. Probably.
Is this Dungeoneer? No.
Your understanding of the
Engineer.
mechanics of your weapons far exceeds any mechanical knowledge that I have.
I would know. It is trained. I have a feat for it.
You have a feat for engineering?
No, it's a feat where I have knowledge on everything.
Oh, so you're
and
a
I don't
bard
have to have
now.
it trained.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we push our arms through the hull and swing it.
I don't know why there's
That's-
initiative
must-
order open. I'm
Given
Yeah, that was
all-
me. I'm
You
sorry.
rolled initiative by mistake.
But yeah,
Trying to
this
roll.
this engineering's kind of beyond me.
I
I just trick metal into going fast into people. I don't really.
Ooh, that's
I'm just very happy that I rolled intelligence, hoping to roll low for a joke, and I rolled a nat 1.
yeah.
Like, what more can you ask for?
That's true.
Hopefully that streak
I love
doesn't
that you're not
continue.
one.
That's
is actually
the
a
only thing
zero,
that'll go our way tonight.
Yeah.
which is just makes it even better. Like it makes
Yeah.
the joke better.
Yes. Very well. I'll thrust
Havelock,
my
I think
arm
you
through
should-
this window.
No, I think
I-
you should keep making Pharasma swirlies. That would be better.
Not this year, not yet.
I'm not sure. Does anyone have any confidence about
I think I
handling these
do,
controls?
but
Really?
waiting
I've
on
all
the DM.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Xenesis, when you kind of approach what you recognize as like the steering wheel, similar to the wheel that would be on a ship to operate the rudder, you can surmise that that's most likely how you steer this thing. And then there's a little pull rod that appears to let you sort of like pump the tail and move it. It's kind of rudimentary. There's also an option to, it looks like there's like a bit of steam propulsion available to you, so but probably not like forever. So essentially it's a underwater paddle boat.
Well, from the markets that I've been to, the steering wheel seems like that's what controls the direction, and this rod-looking item, it's all pretty simplistic, but that'll control the rudder. So this will be easy to do.
Well, we're all putting our trust in you, girl. So, carry on. I
You
suppose.
may wish to close the hatch before I drop you down.
Oh yes, right.
I'd assume the hatch would be already closed, but
Ilix will reach up and twist. I think.
Yep, there's a little spinning wheel thing. And the hatch comes down with a nice "kung." It's very satisfying brass on brass.
I'm suddenly very aware that none of us have bathed in some time.
Plee ties off his rope on the outside to the thing that Horace had suggested, like the little ladder thing,
Mhm.
and then like knocks on the window and signs like, "Are we good to go?"
I make the fish face
This
again.
is actually perfect for Plea because he could just still communicate.
Yeah.
You suffer no drawbacks to your communication.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
no
No,
addition.
unless we don't
Yeah.
see him.
There is a pretty sudden lurch as the chain begins lowering the submersible into the water. But after that, your momentum, like your acceleration levels off, and it feels more constant and comfortable. Well, as comfortable as it can. The interior of the submersible is dark and pretty cramped, and it soon gets honestly almost intolerably hot and stuffy as it begins to be lowered even deeper. The windows go from a light gray to a dark gray to almost black as the depths cut off the light from the sky above.
If anyone passes gas in here, just fess up to it, and we can deal with it.
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
Havelock just
Oh, we'll all
maintains
smell it.
Whoever
constant eye
denied it,
contact.
supplied it.
I just realized that none of you have access to prestidigitation, which would immediately solve that problem.
Mhm.
Is this sound playing for you guys?
Yes,
You mean-
I heard.
Oh, now it is.
Yeah,
Not very. I can't really hear
sound
it.
like a creaking door.
It's very
No,
intermittent.
It's the,
creaking metal.
Yeah, it's the brass of the ship creaking.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
look at the rivets and whatnot. And boy, I cannot
Can't
roll
really
higher than a
make
3,
it.
can I?
You know, it seems consistent with what you would think rivets would look like.
I sure do.
So yeah, the metal shell just kind of groans and pops from the weight of the water pressing on the submersible from all sides. So I'm gonna turn it over to you guys for a few minutes of roleplay, and then we'll touch base when we're about halfway down.
You know, now that we're
Question
here.
for you, Jar. I don't
Yes,
know
sir.
how you have the lighting set up on this, but I know that I'd be able to see. I can see further than normal.
The only
With
source
this
of
helm.
light is coming from inside the submersible. Everywhere
Which
else
is the lantern.
Everywhere else, it's completely dark unless you have some other light source that you intend to use.
Oh, I could have cast light on his helmet.
Well, I
Well,
mean-
I don't know. That probably would have made you a target. for
I mean, I
predators.
my ion stone should still be able to float around me, which would be the same. But like, I can see 5 times further in water and light conditions that would than a normal human would.
Oh,
allow.
is that because of the helmet?
because of the helm.
Mhm.
Okay, let me alter you real quick.
Okay.
Even that would still be not a whole lot because it'd just be like 5 times the light of a lantern.
Yeah,
Because
but
there's
like
no
I would
other light
have,
source.
I would have like
That should
I'd be able to
better
see
now.
5 further.
Yeah.
so.
It's an advantage at least.
An
A little
advantage,
bit, yeah.
Oh, this is huge. Yeah, this is an enormous advantage. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that means that I can also point out stuff coming. Hopefully.
Hearing
These,
these creaks.
Like, how far can you guys see?
Not very.
Normal human sight.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because
this
Ilix
is-
should be able to see farther.
These glasses that Ilix gave to me last year really provide a bit of a sight enhancement.
Nice.
Surprising
Is
that
she
they were your
wearing them?
prescription. Yeah. Oh, why would she take them off? They were really good.
Why would she have any?
Lorimer?
Lorimor would? That's not Professor Lorimor. This is
No,
Illich.
No, I know.
Ilix bought glasses that increased
thought
her
we
like,
found-
perception and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
Either way.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
he's just the joke is that he can see farther because he's actually an elf,
Yeah. Okay.
but he thinks it's the glasses because he thinks he's a human.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
These old eyes haven't lost their sharpness yet.
Oh, they still have the twinkle too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
now
I
that
forgot
we're
to give
here.
you your fucking like first into the water diving music. Here you go. There we go. Nice.
Oh, it's so
Ambience.
serene. I like it.
I hear
As
nothing. There
the
we
ship
go.
starts to creak, Havelock has just sort of like gotten into a corner and put his back to the wall and is just kind of just gently whispering prayers to Pharasma, and probably trying to hide how uncool he feels about all this. Which, like, this is 100% outside of his wheelhouse, and yeah, he's today, not this year. No. Pharasma will
I can't understand why you'd be sad about this situation. You're in a very small room with someone that you fucked, someone who thinks that she's someone else, and somebody who has a bunch of explosives on him.
You know, I'm not sad so much as he's terrified about impending watery death.
Totally don't understand why.
Why the hell can't I hear anything?
You might have turned down Chrome and the mixer.
Either turn down Chrome or you turned it down in Roll20, maybe.
With my
No, no.
engineering, would I know all the creaking sounds is normal, Chris?
I can't fucking hear anything.
Don't worry, companions. These sounds that the ship is making, or the submarine, sorry, it's normal. It's all that pressure that the water. It's a huge bear hug on the.
How could you possibly know? Not this year, not yet. Not this year, not yet.
Calm down, man.
My
You calm
intelligence.
down. I'm calm as shit, dude.
There
Sure
we
you are.
go. There we go. Now I hear stuff. Look, Havelock. Just inhale and count to 4. Exhale, count to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
That didn't help.
well, keep doing it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's this? What is this supposed to be doing?
Well,
Passing time.
slow your breathing.
I like that the lights got dark.
Oxygen to your brain. We'll
What is
ensure-
oxygen?
Air.
Air to your brain.
Your intelligence that low.
His intelligence
did roll
is
0.
low, and I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
And also, I think like he's already expressed it to you guys. Or actually, I don't know if he's expressed it, but yeah, he's not a fan of fish and water. And I think maybe he was understating the case previously.
It's a bit coffin-like too, I suppose.
Look, just don't look out the window. Here, let's tell me. Did anybody have any cards or anything here? Oh, yeah. Let's flip the coin, and we'll see which one of us can guess the sides the most. Something to take our mind off the.
Luckily,
The
Plea
descent.
isn't here. He's incredibly good at that.
Oh god. I don't know what you're suggesting, but yeah, Havelock would seize any opportunity trying.
Yeah. That's just the first thing that that Lorimer seized on was playing a little game. Like, did anybody bring a deck of cards or anything? I know we don't have a lot of space, but
Well, we could play
You can-
5-finger fillet. I've got a
That's
knife.
gonna.
I don't think we want anything. No.
I don't know. This is made of metal.
Yes, but not a lot of it.
Well, as soon as you say not
Only
a lot of it,
that don't
Havelock goes,
suggest that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. Here. What's out this window? And Ilix will, or like, what's this gauge right here? And Ilix will point up at it, having looked out the window and seen something.
Okay. Havelock looks at the gauge. I think he's just like, there's just numbers on these things. I don't understand what any of it.
That gauges the pressure.
Oh.
It's just an eyeball in the window.
Pressure? Yeah.
Just like this.
Anyway, I'm not good at passing time. Normally, I just read books or think of things. Okay. Havelock. In the crap space, like Loraplex or whatever the name is has like seized Havelock by the shoulders, is just kind of like giving him like a back massage. Is like it's all right. It's all right.
I don't know why we ever came down here. This stupidest adventure I've ever embarked upon.
Lee sees his friend freaking the fuck out inside and starts signing at the window. What's going on in there?
I sign back Havelock and then just kind of make like a wiggly hands freak out like motion.
It's
Mm,
I know I brought you here, and I'm sorry, but I didn't think that any of this would happen. I didn't think it would. If I had known how things would go, I don't know. Maybe it was foolish. Maybe this vengeance that I've been seeking for Ilix has been misguided. But we're here now. We've made it this far.
Professor Lormore, please just stop fucking talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think.
Lee signs to Leopold. Bring Havelock to the window.
Hang on.
We like sort of like
move your leg. Havelock, move your
all right.
I think we're all out the window.
I'll lift and you slide under me.
Yep. There we go. And it's just yep. Just hey, well, watch that. Move over. Get over there. Your friend wants to talk to you.
Yes,
no,
please.
Xenesis, wait.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty
This
sure
isn't a
that's a
party game.
pistol, but I'm not certain.
It is. Just damn it. Come on, move over.
Yes. Well, I don't know why it's there.
What? That's so cool.
So as Havelock, as you guys
My
push
face
Havelock
has
up
been
to the window, there is Plea is like looking inward and signing to you guys, and over his shoulder appears this rather large shark that's just kind of looking at him at the moment. Let's roll initiative.
Man, sharks don't attack
Uh,
if you attack it, or you don't attack it.
That's
Whoa.
true at all.
Oh, there we go.
Pretty sure most people that get attacked by sharks didn't initiate combat with the shark.
Oh.
Surfer attempts to fight shark.
I mean, if it's
Okay, fair
Florida, I could
Florida
see
man.
it. Florida man
Florida man
attempts to
attacked
fight
shark.
shark.
I can see that.
I could see it.
Seal population decimated as seals en masse attack sharks on sight.
Plea,
Those
why don't you
seals
give
are
me
up to
a
something.
perception as well? Because I do want to give you a chance to have detected this out of the corner of your eye.
I'm sure this is a healthy thing for Havelock's fear of underwater problems.
Yeah,
Watching a
not
megalodon
exactly.
come out and chomp his friend's leg
Not
off.
a megalodon.
Yes, I know it would be able to eat us whole, but that's still a very large creature.
It's a normal sized shark.
It's not a
Okay,
megalodon. It's a
Let's
super.
go on down to Florida and put you next to a fucking shark that's just floating in the water. You
I
want to
mean-
get away from it too.
Great white
That's-
sharks are pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
can be pretty fucking big.
That looks
Yeah.
like a great white body.
It
just
looks
with-
it looks about
one.
great white size.
It looks like a great white, but like it looks
Looks
like
like
the
a
shark that
tuna
would be on
body.
an energy drink can.
It does,
Yeah.
actually. The thing on its chin does that for me, and its wicked smile. Why does it have
I'll show you
glowing
some
chisel-
art real quick.
Cool.
That's so pretty.
So this art has many sharks. Please tell me there is currently only one.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Lovely.
So
Lovely.
Plea, I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna roll
So
stealth.
cool.
My stealth is decent.
Not you.
Or are you rolling stealth for him?
This does
Yes.
seem like a Xenesis thing. Like she'd look.
Can
out
I
the
also have a
window,
stealth
see-
roll because I'm like pressed up against a
Mhm.
giant machine?
Just
The-
like see that, and
You
she'd
mean
be like,
the,
"That's
the
awesome."
machine that's shining light
Yes.
out into the darkness? Yeah, sure. You can have a stealth roll.
Well, I mean, I don't doubt that the shark sees the machine, whether or not it sees me.
Oh yeah, you
Or it can
definitely.
just
You definitely
discern
see him. He rolled a natural 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you definitely see something approaching you as your friends are pulling Havelock up to the window, and I will give you I'll give you a surprise round with this particular creature, and then we'll get some mood setting tunes.
Now, it might just be the art, but does this actually have like a chain wrapped around its neck?
It does not.
Okay. Because I was just going to try to be nice to the shark and remove the chain and see if that made it friendly.
Hello, my name's Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fish
Hey.
are friends, not food.
Flea isn't a fish.
Let's see. Do I have knowledge?
You guys got the music going?
I hit it with a
do.
knowledge
Cool.
nature. 21 on that knowledge nature.
I think you know that this is a fiendish shark.
Just as he said that, it crescendo.
Yeah, it
A
was beautiful.
fiendish shark.
Mhm.
As Ilix's eyes get all big and shit.
Oh, fuck.
Can we make it go any faster?
Yeah, I think
can't-
Plea is. Let's see, it's a surprise round, so I only have one action. I'm gonna punch it in the nose, or I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
Just poke it in the eye.
Drown it!
Yeah, keep
Sharks
it still
can
long
actually
enough.
drown.
I'm
though.
gonna stunning strike without. So, stunning fist. That's it. I have to remember what the DC of that is.
Okay.
Does-
Both of those will hit, or is
It's
it just
only
the
the first one.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry.
the first one.
So you'll hit. You still deal damage. You do, don't you?
Yeah, you do damage as normal, and then it stuns with a fort save. So if you can, I'm gonna look up the fort save. DC 10 plus 5 plus wisdom. So, what is my wisdom modifier? My wisdom is 3. 18 is the fort save.
I'm always a sucker for some organs.
Ooh, black market. That's the way to go.
You said fort, not will.
Yeah, it's a
That
fort
too,
save.
like-
Okay. He rolled a 19.
Damn.
So you try to punch this thing, but I think maybe you're not used to the water slowing you down as much.
It doesn't.
And oh yeah.
I just don't stun it.
Mhm.
I hit it.
Maybe you're just not used to shark anatomy. So
Yeah, I think that's
and his-
more likely.
His nose just
Yeah.
kind of squishes in, and
It's
you're
probably
not,
very slimy.
You're not sure, but maybe he's grinning at you a little.
Sure, yes.
So, does a 21 knowledge nature give me any,
Yes, you can ask
Uh.
me 2 questions.
okay, special abilities / attacks?
Let's see. They are just like regular sharks. Because they're fiendish, they have smite good. That would be
Oh no.
that would be a special attack of theirs. Aside from that, no, they pretty much just bite people.
Okay. Second would be, oh, it's been a while since I've asked one of these. Any, it's like weakest save?
Weakest saves for these bad boys is probably will. Yep, it's
Okay. Okay. Ilix will say it's a fiendish shark, some kind of. They're hateful to good things, and also they're. What you said? Sorry, you said it was will. They're.
Yep.
We might be able to disrupt its thoughts with some magic or something like that. They're not particularly willful.
I don't know what magic would stop these creatures.
Get the wizard.
Okay. The shark, I'm gonna say, also gets a little bit of a surprise on. Well, no, never mind. You saw him coming.
Also, I think good to note, I am not a good character.
Yeah, that is good to know. So Leopold, you get to act first. There is actually a small well in the bottom of the submersible that you can theoretically climb out of the submersible into the water and or shoot out of. But it won't probably be easy.
But what about the pressure of the water?
You have an air bubble inside that's being continuously pressurized.
Huh.
I'm going to start taking deep breaths as I pull out I'm going to use my movement to pull out one of those air crystals and put it in my, like the cheek.
Like a
for
squirrel.
later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like stuff it in there. And then I'm probably going to... Fuck, we're still going down, aren't we? We haven't stopped.
I don't know how fast we're
Yeah, it's
going
not.
down, though.
It's not super quick, but you could like ring the bell to get him to stop.
True. But I have to load my air thing for another movement, so that's my full turn. So I'm gonna load in a dry load and put cheek that crystal into my mouth, and then I go, all right. Didn't hope we had to do this. And that's my turn.
Okay, so you're not getting out of the submersible yet.
I can't. It's
Okay.
gonna take a full round just to load in the dry round.
Ilix.
Yeah, I think. Looking at some underwater combat rules here.
Range is poor. It's quite bad.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're piercing, so your damage is normal.
In some cases, might get it. I'm trying to see how bad the penalties are to see if it's even worth my time to.
The -2 for every 5 feet underwater.
Yep.
Unless you have special qualities otherwise, but I don't.
It's
think-
-2 to hit.
For every
Yep.
5 feet of water, yes.
Fire attacks from land, ranged attacks underwater. For every 5 feet of water they pass through. I thought you meant like 5 feet down from the surface.
No.
I was about to say, Christ on his throne, I will not do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no, that's fine. So I will get into this. Am I able to get into the same area to shoot from?
I
Or is
will
it a
say
single
that
person?
it's a similar size manway to the top. That's about 3 feet wide, so one person can squeeze through there at a time. So if you want to exit the submersible, I think
Oh
that
no.
probably takes a full
oh.
move.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no.
you're gonna have to like. I think it's gonna be a move action just to wedge yourself in there, if you're planning on not exiting, so you can like hang halfway in the water and shoot. Is that the plan?
Yes, I don't want to fully exit. I want to get to somewhere where I can shoot.
Okay.
Only. So yeah, I want to be in that position.
Okay.
So so that's a movement.
So you're like hooking your feet over the edges so that you don't like get.
I'm having a really hard time. I'm having a really hard time visualizing this, honestly.
So imagine you have a submarine, and at the very bottom of the submarine is a very small hole that one person
Right,
can
okay.
fit a body in. In order to shoot out of it, you would have to either be halfway in that hole or out of the submarine.
Okay, got it.
Think of it like those bells that they originally used for underwater,
Yeah,
for
a
deep
diving bell.
underwater. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Now, I got you now. I was thinking like there was some kind of like room that had like it was just like pressurized, and there was like a door kind
Yeah,
of that you
no.
were able to fire out of. But I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay. Yeah. I think that's probably what Ilix is doing, is kind of like
See the hole in the
like
middle?
yeah, like does a thing where she like tries to like hook her legs over the side and like hang upside down, sort of like acrobatically, and get ready to fire.
You know what? Why don't you give me an acrobatics check? I think that makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
Mhm.
Oh, baby. Yep. You were born for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm just like imagine like you dive in there and like as you're halfway out you hook your legs so that they stop you from falling all the way out.
Yeah, I probably like flip in the air. Like with the nat 20, I gotta embellish it a little bit. So I like scramble into this space and like kick off the wall and flip upside down and like half dive in, hooking my legs onto it, and I'm ready to getting ready to shoot the next round. So I think that's what I got.
Can I say safely that Fleece sees that with a 32 and is just impressed?
I think from your current position you actually can't, because it's on the underside of the submersible where it looks to be popping out, and you are kind of midway up it.
Gotcha.
You might see like her bow arm sticking out, but probably not her.
I am next to the window. Do I see her do like this acrobatic flip?
Well, the well is kind of down like away from the window a little
Gotcha,
ways,
okay.
kind of like
It's probably the
picture.
lensing effect messes it up.
Okay.
There's that
Gotcha,
too.
gotcha.
I gotta look up real quick what the rules are for being exposed to the pressure.
My brain explodes.
No, I don't think it's quite that harsh. Anyone not so protected takes 1d6 points of damage per minute for every 100 feet below the surface they are. So you'll be fine for a combat, most likely.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as you're not in there for 10 rounds.
Okay, so Ilix, you go hanging out the window. You can take a shot.
Oh, okay. Then I will. I'm gonna deadly aim this motherfucker. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to hit. We're just gonna be just this first attack, because this guy's big. I think I'm reasonably confident I can hit him. Shabuya Roko.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're shooting the closest one, correct?
This bad boy right
Okay,
here.
Yep. So yeah, you'll hit even with the underwater penalties.
Do I confirm with a so my base without underwater penalties is a 25 for the crit confirm.
Okay. He's not exactly 10 feet away because he's actually diagonal from you a short bit. It's probably closer to 15 feet, so -6. His AC isn't super high. Yeah, you confirm.
Sweet.
Confirm. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is going to be an 18 and a 26.
Okay.
Ooh.
You dive into this well, and you stick your torso out of the manway, and in one fluid motion you draw an arrow and like shoot this thing, and the arrow goes straight down his nose and just cleaves him in half, and then he disappears.
Damn.
Wait, like poof disappears?
Oh.
Like puff of smoke. Plea.
Do I see the other one? Is actually the big question. There is a submersible between me and it. I can roll
Yes, I
perception.
think he's swimming a little bit above it. Yeah, you can see.
Okay. Yeah, well, I have freedom of movement and swim speed, so I just swim up to him and give him a stunning fist. So it's just this first one. Oof, not good.
Yeah. Wow.
You do actually hit.
Okay.
The fuck?
I mean, good to
Because
know.
they're massive, so they're very easy
They're
to
very
hit.
large.
Jesus.
And
Rolled
they
a
only have
2.
natural armor, probably. They don't wear armor, so...
He rolled a 10
18?
on the fort, so he is
Ooh,
stunned.
he's stunned.
Travis.
May I ask, without being too disruptive, is that normal for them whenever they expire to...
No, you would have expected a corpse.
Okay.
Even for a fiendish one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My only experience with fiendish things are summoned, so...
I assume that's your turn, so Havlark.
So how far away do they appear to be?
The one that Plea is fighting is obviously 15 foot starboard. Actually, that might be wrong.
That's port.
Yeah, it is port. So it's 15.
Assuming this is the front.
It's 15 feet to the left there. He's also about probably 5 feet above the submersible at the moment, so he's a little
Okay.
hard for you to see. But you can probably see like his tail and Plea fighting him, and obviously like the submersible is still descending, so Plea is kind of getting tugged along in the water with his tether.
Okay. So they're about 20 feet away, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be a good estimate.
Okay. You know what? I don't think Havelock has a lot he can do, really. Havelock will shit. Yeah, there we go. Havelock is gonna close both of his hands together and shut his eyes and say a prayer to Pharasma, and I'm going to cast the spell Prayer, which hits all allies and foes within a 40-foot radius.
Yep.
Nice.
I think
Plus
that
1 luck bonus. Yep.
the light and the radiance just kind of emanates from you outward, out of the porthole, and also illuminates Plea, and so he gets the benefit as well.
Yeah. And it also is a -1 penalty on the same rolls to the shark, I think, unless it succeeds at a DC 15.
Oh,
Oh, there's no save.
it hurts him? What's it do?
No, it's a -1 to the roll.
Yeah, it's a -1. So all the bonuses that we get, they get a penalty to the same bonuses.
If they're inside the radius?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the radius again?
40 feet.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's got a save DC, but it says save none. So I'll confirm that, but
Okay.
yeah, that's what I do.
Alrighty. Xenesis, are you going to be steering around?
Well, aren't we tied to a chain going down? So I don't
You
know
do
how
have
we can.
some freedom of movement, though.
We
I
can
don't-
move like on the 2D plane that we're in, but we're being submerged.
If I wasn't underwater, I would communicate to move closer so I could shoot it.
Well, I was looking at my items that I have, and I still have a few random bombs and stuff that I could hand to Ilix if you wanted to chuck them
Would
at
be
them.
worth noting, underwater you cannot use any thrown weapons at all.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, you could try. It just won't go very far.
They don't do
Unless
anything.
you're Aquaman.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna hold my action. If I see more sharks, I'm gonna try to steer away from them.
Okay. More than just the one that is currently
Correct.
there. Okay.
Correct.
Alrighty. It is Beastie's turn.
I can't see that.
We will start with the one that is next to Plea. So Plea, this guy is going to try to bite you.
I heard Roll20 roll something, but I didn't see it.
Probably rolling.
Yeah, well, it was you.
Weird.
Yeah, that's odd.
Anyways, let me
Yeah.
look at freedom of movement.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had that. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Is your quick question?
Yes.
Havelock regarding prayer. Is it subject to spell resistance?
Yes.
Resistance, yes.
Okay, then I need you to make a caster level check to affect them.
Okay. Bow spells. Check. Oof.
You pass. So
Woo!
that's
Oh.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, their spell resistance is 9, which I believe you would hit with that.
Great.
Okay, that's what I need to know. So what is the penalty for their attacks?
Just a -1.
Okay.
So it's a +1 for all of us and a -1 for them.
All right. So he rolls a 19 to hit you, sir.
That does not hit.
Okay. All right. So everyone inside the submersible, I need you to make reflex saves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow, look at those rolls.
Yeah.
We were braced, baby.
Do I have
Yes.
any? Do I have any
Yeah.
penalty? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, isn't the penalty -4?
Yeah.
Okay,
Still, these are
subtract
good
4.
ass
Mine's
saves.
15.
Okay. You guys all like brace yourselves against various railings and like nearby brass fittings and like structural supports as the submersible is suddenly jarred to the right and a tremendous amount of water spills up into the submersible itself because it tilts almost 30 degrees on its side. And Ilix, you'll see a large barbed tentacle wrap its way around the submersible since you have your
Oh
head poked out.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's a lot of bubble.
Shit.
And with your reflex save, I believe you are going to stay in place on the manway. Just barely, though.
Can
Yeah.
I see what's going on from out here?
That doesn't have.
Like, it sounds like there's another creature like down below me that I might be able to see.
It's outside of any lit area.
Okay.
The only reason Ilix can see it is because it's basically right next to her.
Gotcha.
The tentacle is, anyway. So that's that, and I need to roll damage on the thing. Oh, goodness. There it is. So you guys hear the hull of the submersible creak extremely loudly, but it seems to be holding after you had your brief tumble to the side. And then this one is gonna swim over here. And Plea, another shark, bites you from the shadows, or tries to, I should say. He rolls a 21.
That does not hit.
Jeebus. Okay. Leopold.
There's no way I can get down through that hole with Ilix in the way, is there?
Not unless you push her out of the way.
I will hold my turn to see what she does,
Okay.
because
Fair
I
enough.
cannot do anything yet.
Yeah.
So are you delaying your turn until after hers, or waiting for her to do something?
I am
guess it's the
delaying
same.
my turn. I am delaying my turn until after hers to see what she
Alright,
does.
we'll do that. Ilix.
Ilix sees this big fucking tentacle. Is the tentacle still where I can see it?
Yes.
It's wrapped around, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to full attack.
Oh, he got
I'm-
abducted. What happened?
Well, can you guys not hear me?
I can hear
yeah,
you.
you're back.
I can hear him.
What's
Well,
wrong?
Nothing happened on my end.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so he went like, Ilix is going to, and like it just disappeared from me. But don't worry, it's just my New York internet that's shit.
Okay.
Sounded perfectly normal to me.
So Ilix is going to full attack. She's going to put the first attack with mini shot and deadly aim into the tentacle, and then she's going to put the second shot into the shark that is attacking Plea.
Ooh.
Okay.
Professor Lormore, pretty handy with that thing.
Well, and not whenever I roll a 4,
Well,
but so
I had to say it.
Yeah, right. The attack on the tentacle is a 20, and I don't know if I take any more underwater penalties because you said it's right there.
you take a -2 for each 5-foot square that it passes through.
But the tentacle is like right there,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, the tentacle is basically adjacent to you, so you would be okay there. I'll have to look up his AC.
Yeah, that attack is a 20.
is a 20. It's still going to miss
Yeah.
the tentacle, unfortunately.
Okay, well, that other one is definitely going to miss because of the even before the can't do much when you roll a 4 and a 2. So
Yeah. Those are huge mods that you got on that, though. Jesus.
yeah.
Leopold. Oh, actually,
Well,
it looks
she's-
like you moving out of the hole, or are you staying there?
I would full attacked.
Oh, fair enough. Leopold.
Well, I can't really do much of anything. With her in the way, I can't really. I don't want to yank her out in case she's helping,
Right.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
You could push her out.
I could push her out, but I mean, I don't know what she's doing. I can't see.
Can you fire a gun underwater anyway?
Yes, I have dry load.
Of course.
Yes, I spent
It's expensive.
1,500 GP for it,
It's
So
very
you get the
expensive
money for it.
ammunition.
and I can fire. We were explaining this. I can fire exactly one time.
I think when Havelock sees you doing that, he says, get ready to shoot, and kind of wraps an arm around you, and holds his greatsword in the other hand. We won't have long.
Oh shit!
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Plea.
Okay, I'm gonna full attack the one I attacked last time with a flurry.
Well, shit! If I knew that was gonna happen, I'd just ready an attack. But
Well, that's what I was trying to
Bam!
do.
All of
well,
those
it's too
hits.
late now.
Yeah, those
Well,
all hit.
That's up to Darp to decide. I think I was trying to
Yeah.
get it in. I was trying to say that on your turn,
Sorry.
so that you could use your turn to prepare an action.
Oh, did you want to?
Yeah, if I knew that he was just gonna teleport us out with the jaunt thing, I'd probably ready an attack on whatever's fucking.
Yeah, I was trying to get it in on his
okay.
turn.
Yeah, that makes perfect
role
sense. Yeah,
play.
yeah.
It is the musket, by the way, because I figured since we were going underwater, there'd be concealment. So I figured the darkness.
That
would
makes
probably
sense.
Be at least
Plus,
a little.
it makes more sense as a single fire weapon anyway.
Yeah. Because it's
yeah.
gonna take
So
so long.
please, remind me what kinds of DR your fists bypass.
Okay, good question. I don't have Havelock's thing, but
Is
let me
it
pull up
DR
the
over
ones.
good?
They might have DR over good right at this point. I just looked up plea Pathfinder instead of monk Pathfinder.
I have a
was-
character sheet for you, right?
Right?
He's his own class.
They just
Okay,
added-
Key Strike, 4th level Magic, 7th level Cold Iron Silver, 10th level Lawful. But no good. They're not good unless I have help from a certain Inquisitor.
Okay. Then I have to do some math. What's
Well,
your total
I don't-
damage there?
Total damage is, let's see, 18, 25, 34?
Nice.
Okay. So you punch the hell out of this thing, and it's like blubber seems to reflect some of your punches, and they don't do as much like damage as you would have expected them to. It feels like some of the force
Blubber.
comes back at you. Not enough to hurt you though.
Is there any way that that Havelock could see that and see that that's happening?
I think you're.
Because
I think you currently have like a plan.
Yeah, I think so too. But I would just want to make sure because I know that Plea needs that, but I don't think there's any way for Havelock to.
I don't think
have that.
logically it makes sense that he would know right now.
Havelock,
neither do I.
before we go, can you put light on yourself?
That
That'd probably help.
oh, so there's no light source outside at all, right?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
it's
Okay.
dark out there.
Yeah, I cast light on my sword, wrap my arm around Leopold, and I will use my power to transport us 5 feet away, or would that be 10 feet for me?
It would. Unless
Okay.
you do straight up.
Or straight down,
Yeah.
because
I'm gonna take a straight down. Actually, I think that makes a lot more sense.
we just pop up right next to Elix.
Okay.
Right, and then if we'd be near the door to get back in if we had to.
Mhm.
So that's gonna.
guys.
Yeah, I grab it and I use my my
Too bad we
dimensional
don't
hop,
see-
and we are immediately under the boat, which I guess slowly sinking, but also surrounded. And I've got light on my greatsword, and I'm keeping one hand on Leopold's belt, just to. Is he wearing a belt?
I'd imagine he's
On
wearing
his
a belt.
bandolier.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah, he's
gotta
definitely
be
got
wearing
got a
He's
bandolier.
got a leather
Yeah.
strap somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Got
holding
many
on
leather
to,
straps everywhere.
Yeah, he's just dressed in leather
Yeah.
straps. I'm
He is
holding on to-
actually a bondage doll.
A
Yeah.
gimp.
This
I'm holding
explains
on
a
to
lot.
his bandolier, and I'm going to. That's my move action and my
Okay.
standard are both used this round.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Miss Cynicis.
I
Two
believe
of your
that
friends-
Leopold's
Does
ready to
Leopold
action
ready to
goes
action?
off.
Yeah.
Oh
Sure.
yes, yes it does.
Do I see this thing wrapping around?
Yes, you would.
Okay, because with the light from have. All right, so I am going to take a
Oh,
shot at it.
actually, Havelock has light on him now.
Yes,
It's
he
on
has-
my.
he-
Yeah, I use
he
my
casts
standard
light
to
on
put it
himself.
on my sword.
Okay. Can you set your token to do that, and I'll show you what your light illuminates.
Okay.
You see
Oh.
this thing strapped
Jesus
onto the back of the
Christ.
submarine.
That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
We're both just at the same
Oh my
time.
god.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this thing and then up close and deadly it because this thing
Okay.
must die. It must die. I don't like it. Nice.
Okay, just the first shot.
It's just the first shot, so it's a 32 to hit and an 11 damage. And then with the up close and deadly, that is 17. But it's minus 5 feet of distance, so it would be a 20. There'd be a 30 to attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I follow.
Yeah, underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. So, your weapon doesn't count as good. So, wait, what
No.
the fuck just happened?
Oh, that's.
I think?
Whoops. No, yeah, I was trying to set my. I set the aura. I thought maybe that'd be good, but
Oh.
that's not even. I never fuck with light.
I was like, why
Because-
did this color change?
I find
What
it
did I
very
do wrong?
annoying. Do you want me to do that? You want me to leave it up or just change it on my own?
I can, change your lighting. I think that would be better. It'll
Okay.
look nicer too. So this 3d6 damage that's tacked on, that's your up close and deadly stuff. This all gets pooled in together, correct?
Yep. So it'd
Okay.
be 20.
Cluster shot.
28.
Well, cluster
Remember, you guys
shot,
have.
yeah.
Remember, you guys have prayer.
Does it increase the damage as well, or just 2 attacks?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, it does.
it's
So
plus
that,
one to a bunch of.
+1
Alright, so
attack,
that'd be-
weapon
that'd be
damage,
20
save
oh.
skills.
That's 29 then.
Alright,
Almost.
let me-
That's actually just about everything.
Yeah.
It's a great spell.
hmm
Oh,
So yeah, that'd be
she's-
29
She
damage.
is not happy with you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine not.
So how much damage total?
It'd be 29.
I don't think she has DR. Not seeing any.
I don't suppose there's any kind of roll I probably don't have any knowledge of what the fuck this thing. Yeah, no, I have no. Well, would like a local do anything or nature, history?
This would be.
It'd be nature.
Yeah, I don't
She
have that
is a
trained.
magical beast, so it'd be Arcana actually.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have.
Ooh, I got that.
I'm not a magic man.
But I don't see it.
Pat Benatar in the distance.
Okay. So you teleport out, and you and Havelock both look at each other and scream immediately
Yeah.
as this fucking tentacled monstrosity is revealed in front of you. And you just reflexively aim your musket and fire immediately, almost without skipping a beat, but with
for sure.
a slight beat for panic. Yeah, and your bullet connects with one of her tentacles, and she shrieks, which is audible to you, surprisingly, through the water separating you. And you can see there's this black, viscous blood leaking out of her.
Don't like
Xenesis.
Okay, well, I guess I see like a hint of a shark that's in front of me, so I'm gonna try to steer the to the right.
To the right. Okay.
And is that all I can do?
I will count that as a move action. If you would like to do something else.
I would like to prepare water breathing. I'm not gonna actually like touch people with it yet, because I see that there's water filling into our submarine after that shake of the squid. So when the people arrive again, I will touch them. So if we do, the ship does like fill up with entire water, then we can breathe water.
Okay. So as you steer off to the right, you have to propel forward a little. So you pump the rudder a bit and you steer off to the right, and it brings both sharks into view. But Plea is just a little bit farther away, and his tether is now completely taut. So if you continue, he will begin to get pulled away from the sharks.
Mm.
We're fishing.
Okay, so the
The best bait in the world.
shark
Grapple
friends
their
are going to
teeth.
attack their friend Plea. Actually, only one of them will, because the other one is stunned, I believe, still. Or is that over now?
It's over.
Okay, yeah, they're both going to attack you then. That's going to be... I can math, I swear.
I can never do it whenever I'm DMing. If I'm not DMing, it's fine.
24.
That will hit.
And the other one is going to be 22.
Damn.
Wow.
That technically hits. Is that with prayer minus?
Yes.
It'd just be a -1.
Then yes, that hits me.
Okay. They have D8s. Get those out. I'm rolling real dice now because it's way more satisfying.
Ooh.
Okay, the first one is going to bite into you for a rather healthy 10 points of damage, and the second one will be 7 points of damage. They're just going to tickle. They're going to tickle you to death, I guess. Is the plan.
I mean, that's substantial. I'm not a barbarian.
True. I think at this point, yes. So, she will lift up from the submersible just slightly. She's keeping her tentacles kind of around it, or a couple of them, so she's anchored on you. And she kind of opens up her mouth and like spits out this black tarry substance that fills the water around your submersible.
Can you say that again? What is it?
It's like
Tarry substance?
Yes, she's
Okay.
inking essentially.
Gotcha.
That's not quite what I wanted. There.
I could like I don't know because of how you have like the walls set up. Like there's a lot that I can't see, but I'm assuming I can see her now that Havelock is lit next to her. Or
you could
before the ink.
Yeah.
Now the ink. Okay.
Okay, bear with me just a second while I adjust this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jesus, is
That's
dark.
a lot of ink. I mean, we're still going down, so.
Plea, I think you had a light source, right?
Yeah, I have an iron stone that
Okay.
flows around me.
We'll do that. Alright, so everybody inside the cabin, you can no longer see Plea or any of your compatriots. Ilix, Havelock, and Leopold, you guys are essentially blind at the moment. So she does that, and then she is going to cast something. I need to see if it does more than one target. I don't think it does. Standard action.
Why aren't the sharks not going after the squid?
That's a good question.
Oh, I'm gonna roll to identify the squid. Was I able to see it?
Oh yeah, you could
I
clearly
was gonna
see.
say, I'm pretty sure I could see
Yeah,
it, right?
go ahead.
Would it be in
Go
nature?
ahead while I read
Oh.
this. She's Arcana.
It's
Is
Archon.
this like summoned creature? She summoned these sharks.
It's
Maybe.
possible,
Quite possibly.
but
Quite probably. Given that they disappeared when they died.
oh baby!
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh, that's a sexy roll.
That's pretty good. Let's see. She is that.
Not
You gotta
now.
declare.
Prayer is double for me because I have Fate's Favored, so...
Yeah, so.
And I rolled an 18, so that was really...
You can ask me 3 questions.
Special attacks?
Oh boy. She has a dehydrating attack that will cause you to be sickened if you are struck by it. She has a savage bite, which will do a whole kit and caboodle of damage plus poison. And she also has a swift action called Unholy Blood that she can use to fill the water around her.
Damn. Okay. Defenses. Special defenses or...
She actually doesn't have anything particularly special other than she has cold resistance 10.
Okay, so no DR or anything like that. No. Okay. And does it cost me a question to ask which type of creature or like what this is?
I gave that already to you. She is a magical beast known as a devilfish.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Devilfish? You did not
Devilfish.
say.
Do I get an alignment with that or?
I mean,
With a name like Devilfish, it's probably not
she's
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's evil, but I'm just making sure.
I will say that with that roll as well, when you saw this thing, despite your panic, you recognize an intelligence behind its eyes that you wouldn't have expected from a regular devilfish.
Okay.
So you suspect that she's something special.
Okay.
You got one more.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like spell-like abilities or supernatural abilities, anything like that, aside from the ones you already mentioned.
Yeah, good question. Let me look up her thing real quick. The way she moved when she, the way she's been moving around, and the intelligence that you saw behind her eyes, you're kind of wondering if she might be some kind of caster. So she has various spells and spell-like abilities. I'm not going to give them all to you because that seems a little overboard.
Sure.
But she does have her dehydrating attack is technically a bloodline ability. And she also has Summon Monster, which I would think would put together now after having seen one of the sharks just vanish, and putting it together with the intelligence that you see. So you imagine that she probably has other water-based spells as well.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it really. There's not really any like.
That's plenty. That's quite a bit.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled really well, but that is quite a lot. Okay. I don't have a way of relating that to anybody at the moment.
Yeah, there is that. Okay, so she is going to cast a spell. Let me see if it'll tell me how much it does. Oh, fucking course not. Okay, how many levels does she have? Okay, so, alright. So she's going to cast Lightning Bolts at our good friend Havelock.
Okay.
Which I don't think she needs to make an attack roll. I think it's just... Yeah. An instantaneous attack, 120 foot in a line. Oh, so it would hit more than one thing.
Great.
It could also melt metals with a low melting point, such as
That's not good.
bronze.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, at the moment she's shooting Havelocks, so.
And to be clear, my armor is not made of bronze.
There is that.
Mhm.
Give me a
hope.
reflex save.
Also, bronze is not a low melting point.
Uh,
It's like 1,000 degrees or something.
It's low compared to steel.
oh, fucking
I guess
balls!
so.
Oh boy. All right.
Mm-mm.
So okay, that's 2, 4, 7. 11, and then that'd be 16 points of damage. She rolled fairly low.
Good. So did I.
Oh, nope, I forgot to roll 2 extra dice. I can't count. So I said 16, right?
Yep.
So that's 18, 20. Sorry.
20?
Yep. So out of this dark, inky cloud comes a lightning bolt that just roars straight towards you, and you can feel the heat of it as it strikes you. The water boils around it, sending a whole cascade of bubbles upward around the bottom of the submarine. Yeah, it's very jarring for sure. Ilix.
Okay, so Petrus Lorimore's thinking he's getting too old for this shit. And since I can't see anything, is going to make a daring move to swim out through this inky cloud in the direction where Mr. Plea was, and see if we can get a better sight on what's happening, and then maybe be useful. So I'm imagining Ilix will swing, use her legs to swing back up in there and take a big breath, and then sort of push off from the side and try to swim out in this general direction. Probably, because I can go, if I succeed on my swim test, I can go half my. I'm taking a full move, so I can go at least out to, what is my full move? 100. Full would be 60. So I could go 30 feet. I could probably clear this. And sorry, this
As long as
thing
you pass
is.
your check. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, this thing's doing its little. Hey, drop down where I can't get the selection tool. Cool, thanks.
Make sure that you're not being forced to steer your. Nope, restrict movement is off, so you should be fine to do that.
Okay. There's that. I just need to get back to my skills and hit the right buttons here. Swim.
Let me just
Where
go
are
ahead
you?
and fix these sharks.
Oh, what? I didn't know they were that big.
Yeah.
I would have been grappling them.
Oh god.
Got some squares off there. My bad. I was just comparing it to the octopus creature, and I was like, wait a minute, these are bigger than her. That shouldn't be.
Oh, they're even bigger than the octopus. Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, I'm gonna grapple an octopus.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna swim basically over to that square. So,
Does 15 make it? I actually don't know.
well, I'm using my full turn to move.
Right.
So
I would say it's calm water.
We're completely
So-
submerged, so it can't be flowing.
it would be a DC 10 if it's calm water.
Yeah. Full action for 1/2 speed. Yep.
So, and I would just get to where I can see, and that's
Right.
I think roughly
have
where that is.
Exited the inky cloud.
Yep. And so I am there, and I am preparing to get an arrow out.
Okay. Leopold.
Looking to my left to see Havelock just get fucking reamed by a lightning bolt, which probably just pierced the shit.
I don't
right
know if
into
you necessarily saw exactly what happened. There's just you could see a really bright light that pierced Havelock. I don't think you can
mean-
identify it as a lightning bolt.
Well, yeah, but I mean the cavitation would probably
Yeah.
fucking hurt my ears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my movement action, which I don't know if would no. I still have the thing that doesn't allow AOPs. I didn't know if like underwater changed that rule or not, but I wouldn't think so.
Allow what?
AOPs, attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
Sorry, it's just
You don't have a bullet, so I don't think you get.
We also have ink surrounding the
Mhm.
sea.
Yeah,
Effectively blind.
but yeah, we are effectively blind. But I saw where that light maybe came from, so I'm probably going to aim over there or aim where I aimed last time. So I'm going to reload with a movement, aim, and fire once. Where I fired before, I guess, would probably be best.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a guess, right? Like
Yeah,
you're not exactly sure where you aimed before, but based on Havelock's position and kind of because he's still kind of grabbing onto you, and assuming that he hasn't moved very much, you take your musket and you aim it towards where you assume is the back of the submersible, but you're not completely sure.
yeah, things are getting a little hinky down here with the movement. So I'm also going to use a grit for another up close and deadly, because we got to start getting this damage up. So that would be from that distance, it would be a +2, so it'd just be 20 touch AC, and 12 damage, 13 damage, sorry, and 14. Goddamn, because of prayer. I keep forgetting that.
Yep. I set it as a buff.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
It's just I've never really gotten that. I think more than like twice, so I don't have it already set up at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing doesn't like me, I bet.
Good. Fuck this thing.
Yeah.
Plea.
Plea is going to take a 5 foot. If I'm standing here, I'm like right at the edge. Am I able to see the shark still? I see the circle of the ink.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm.
Yep, you're fine.
Give me- Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a 5 foot step back, and I'm going to full attack this other one, and the first one is going to be a stunning fist. Please hit. That's all I can say. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'll hit. Let me roll his fort save. That's a natural 14.
DC
22?
18.
Wait, hold on, wrong stat sheet. Fort is... Oh no, I was right, 22.
Yeah, he saves. But he does take a lot of damage. I rolled much better on my damage this time.
That is fair. You're punching the one closest to you?
Yes. That way I'm not in melee with the other one.
You're still not good-fisted, I gotta remember that. Okay. That's your turn. Havelock.
All right. So where is this squid thing? Like, I haven't seen it yet.
It's-
I
on
think it's
the
back
map.
here.
It's like attached to the back of the submersible.
Oh, it's on the submersible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's very close.
Yes. I
Okay.
would say 5 to 10 feet, roughly.
Okay, so if I swam 5 feet here and still remain close, could I swing at it?
Turning me clockwise. If you're still holding onto my belt, I'm just like, what?
Well, I'd have to let go eventually. And you're right next to the door. Like, the door is like,
Yeah.
the hatch is like right there. Yeah, but sure. Could I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, not being able to see where it is, I can't tell like where it's
Yeah.
within reach.
You get the sense that it's right next to you.
Okay, I guess the lightning didn't travel very far from wherever it.
Correct.
All right, yeah, I'll kind of like crawl across the hull, I guess, or kind of kick the 5 feet over and let go of Leopold's belt to grab Gabby's greatsword and just swing into where I last saw it, using the hull, I guess, is right. Oh, I have light on my weapon, so maybe that would give me enough light to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a full attack.
Also, another thing to note about melee is we do less. Well, you do less damage. I have freedom of movement that
Yeah.
kind of negates that.
I know, but I don't have that many other options. So,
Very
Almost.
true.
and since it's this close, I figured probably.
Literally almost minimum rolled still does 20 damage.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, I roll in. Yeah, very very poorly on my damage, but
Oh, I didn't even realize there's an extra effect on this unholy blood thing, so we'll have to deal with that in just a second. What is it that you're doing? Okay, you're swinging at it.
yep.
Okay. It does have total concealment from you because of the ink stuff.
Okay.
So you're kind of swinging blind. I would say that you're like crawling across the submersible as best you can, and you kind of hit a tentacle with like your foot or something, and that gives you a hint of kind of like where she might be. So you just kind of swing at her. You lucky bastard! I rolled a 20,
Ha!
I rolled a 21, which
Ha!
which just barely makes it.
Ha ha! I
Yeah.
prayed. Pharasma has reached out and guided my sword.
Okay. So actually, you 5-footed. Well, actually, you can't because you don't have freedom of movement. So
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
that's
you
just the first attack.
just the
I guess.
first attack. Is that damage accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you swing blindly in the darkness, and you feel your blade connect to something soft, but further than water, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Xenesis.
With my engineer check, do I know that the ship is like sturdy enough to use it as a ramming object?
Of course, it's just like.
You know what? She's the captain of the ship.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
Yeah.
Witness.
You think you
my
probably
picture
could
is
ram
correct.
with it, but you're not sure if it would maintain its structural integrity enough to like not drown in it.
So I'm hearing I probably shouldn't use it as a ramming object.
I think that is a correct interpretation.
Okay.
What was just said.
Ah, damn. Alright, well,
I do like the thought, though.
thank you. Thank you.
Perhaps some spells?
Well, there's not, well, I can't touch anybody. A lot of mine are touch spells, and the only person that's in the ship right now would be Ilix, and she's shooting things.
Well, she's out now.
Oh,
Nah, I'm not in the ship anymore.
Swam away.
Okay.
There are no
Yeah.
more legs sticking out of the
Yeah.
water.
Yep, you are alone.
Yeah, so really
Leopold
bad
is just by the hatch, though.
Mm. I think I'm gonna try to. I know. So like out of game, I know that I'm gonna be dragging Plea away from the sharks that he's fighting.
Be
And it's
aware
probably a bad
that when
idea.
you drag people away from combat, they eat attacks of opportunity.
I'm just gonna hold my turn until.
Have we told him to
Have
stop lowering us yet?
Oh, I guess we didn't.
That might.
Yep. You can
Ding!
communicate this to her.
I know.
You think that'd be a good idea? I thought if we
well,
keep going,
It
'cause,
came
like,
up
I'm-
between people who were up there already, and then
Yeah.
everybody just sort of forgot about it.
it was not that I didn't forget about it. I just thought, well, if we keep going down deeper, maybe they'll stop because they can only get.
We're
'cause
going
some
down
creatures in the
very slow.
ocean.
Yeah, we are
It's
descending.
gonna take us 30 minutes to get down there, and it's only
Yeah.
been what?
It takes 10 minutes to
total.
reach the bottom, actually.
Well, it's
but-
6 seconds per turn. I can't imagine we're
Right.
descending more than like 5 feet in that
Yeah.
amount of time.
Like, I guess I don't see the problem with keep descending, though. Besides, the GM said, hey, maybe you should say something.
Well, here's the thing. Zoo, you are alone in the submersible. All of your friends have left the ship to attack all the monsters outside. What would you, as Xenesis, do?
Yeah.
I just probably, like, have white knuckles on the steering wheel, just like,
What a lovely day.
Panic.
Okay, that's what you do then.
Yeah.
Well,
Do it.
actually,
Panicked cleric noises.
That's fine. But like, I mean, if that's what your character's gonna do, like, if your character is in the situation and you're like, I don't know what to do, that's fine. Like, your character doesn't know what to do, so you can.
Yeah, and also like you don't always like Havelock, for instance, is struggling to find ways to be effective in combat. This is just this is part of the game, so I don't beat yourself up for not having a good option here. You and I are not ranged people, and we're particularly ill suited to an underwater combat. This is just the way it is. So
yeah. So don't feel bad if you have to pass your turn
And
because
it's meant to feel a little bit claustrophobic and powerless. That's like
right.
I mean, I don't feel claustrophobic. I just feel somewhat powerless because there is a spell that I could do.
You got the whole submarine to yourself.
I know, yeah. I feel like I don't want to blind people.
Okay, the thing I will remind you is that your previous turn you steered the submersible away, and it's still heading in that direction. So you can like.
Okay, then I will do my best to stop it steering that direction.
Okay.
And keep it idle, so Flea doesn't get eaten.
Okie doke. Alrighty, shark bite. Ooh-ha. I'm pretty sure those both miss, so we'll skip the sharks.
Nice.
Cool. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does one of them move or?
No, they both seem like they're still interested in you.
Well, I moved, bro.
You did, that's true. So you're right, this one will swim up to you. You and Zenas, or not Zenas, Ilix. Let's see.
Elfish.
She is definitely upset that somebody is.
Oh, that's your food.
Right next to her. I think she's. Ooh, what's this spell do?
Ooh, shiny toy.
Interesting. Not particularly useful. We'll do this one, I think. Nah, fuck it. She's gonna try to bite you. Actually, she's gonna attack you with her tentacles, I think. Yeah. Xenesis, you hear a pretty loud scraping sound coming from outside the hull.
Mm-hmm.
And she is gonna take her tentacles and attempt to attack Havelock.
Okay.
Does she get
Doing great.
You? I don't really know how her special attacks work since they're listed separately. Does she have to use those as standard actions?
Usually it says if it's at will.
Well, it just has special attacks and then her melee is a separate line. I haven't seen that in a while. So she rolls.
Is a special attack included?
No, they're separate lines. 15 to flat-footed.
That's actually close. Maybe. Flat-footed. Oh no. Oh, flat-footed is 22.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah. So she tries to grab you with her tentacles, and you feel them wrapping around you, and you just like fucking brute force your way out of them.
Well, I'm all armor based.
Mm-hmm.
So, opposite of touch. Hell yeah.
Yep. So getting caught by invisible things is definitely your cup of tea. Ilix.
Ilix is gonna, now that them can see, is gonna put a bunch of arrows in this fucking shark's nose. I'll throw you some deadly aim, mini shot, all the good stuff.
Do it.
This guy right chaw.
Yeah. So those will hit.
Okay. So the 22. So that first one to hit or the first damage on that first one is 17 plus an additional 13 damage, so 30 on that first attack. And then the second. Okay. Then I'm going to direct the second one over here at this guy, and I'm not sure if. Okay. Do they do the similar poof out of existence?
Yes.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Leopold, you are alone in the black
So glad
cloud.
I damaged both of them.
I am going to after Havelock kind of like jutted off and kind of started my spin, I'm going to go upside down and let my feet touch the bottom of the boat so I can go plant my feet onto it. And I'm
so
going
it'll kind of be a little bit like gravity since it's descending.
Yeah, I mean it's a fast enough pace where it would be pushing me.
It's not super fast. It's 4 feet per 6 seconds. So
I'm going to use my movement to reload, and I'm going to use my standard action. How's my air doing?
this is only probably round 5 or so. So it's not.
You can hold your round for 1 round for every 2 points of con you have. So.
Oh, I only have, as in like total con or
Total
con?
con.
Yep, your con stat.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, you can
Well,
usually
so-
hold your round for like 5 to 7 rounds.
I'm gonna start aiming, but I'm actually not going to fire this round just yet. So I'm going to use my standard to give myself up, because I'm going to try to do Deadeye Shot next round. See if I can maximize some death on this fuck. So that is my round. I'm just going to aim off into where I think she is.
Okay. Plea.
Okay. I'm gonna do this really weird movement to.
Okay.
I think it's one of these squares. This is, I think, where I want to go.
So you're gonna basically swim around to the outside of the cloud until where you think the back of the submersible
Cloud is, and then I'm gonna hop in pretty much. So like, I guess is that it? I don't know where I was. There's just like a lot of black. So.
Yes. As is meant to be.
Oh, I can't move there. Here, there we go. Yeah, that's my movement, and then I'm gonna. I think there might be a creature in front of me. I'm gonna try to grab it. I'm gonna reach into the darkness in front of me and see if there's a creature there.
Let's see. Yeah, CMD's never in that section, is it? Okay. So yeah, you will successfully grapple this creature. You'll grab a couple of her tentacles, and just start like reeling her in, like you're coiling her up or something.
Cool.
Havelock.
All right. So we're still in the ink, right? We haven't descended far enough to not be in it. I think we've only moved 8 feet down.
Yeah.
Boy howdy. I really do not have a lot of options here. I think that I'm gonna.
Just keep swinging.
Yeah, I guess I'll do a full round attack again.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything that would suggest to me that the thing moved, right?
Correct.
Like it's still probably... Alright, full round. Boy, I cannot roll very well on my first attack.
Oh shit! I still need to deal with the cloud. I keep forgetting. Let's see. Anyone who was there when she did it, and anyone who remains there. Just a cloud, an area of the burst must make a fortitude save. So if you are in the cloud presently, which, let me make sure her token's correct size. Yeah, so Leopold and Havelock, I need saves from both of you, along with Ilix, because she was there. Please.
What kind of save?
It's
Fortitude.
Okay.
I think please,
So
like,
21
right on the razor edge of it.
I mean, my arms are in it if I'm not, so part of me is.
Yeah.
I don't know. What kind of. Is it. If it's poison, easy. Or, sorry, disease, then it's easy, but I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
think it is. Save DC is constitution based, but it does not say that it is a poison.
Gotcha. Or,
It's a, I guess it's a typeless effect. I don't know.
gotcha. Okay. I will roll for it just in case.
Yeah, just go
I'll
ahead.
let you decide.
Yeah. Alright, so it doesn't matter anyway. So everybody passes the check to see if you get grossed out by the fucking nasty blood in the water. So Havelock, you swung your sword, yes?
I did.
Yes. Let me get you two swings, right?
Yep.
So roll a 17, so the first one's gonna miss. And a 15, so they both miss.
No.
You go cutting into the inky blackness, and I guess since Plea is grappling her now, she must have shifted slightly from your current location. Granted, you don't know
Yeah.
that, so...
Right.
Xenesis.
Alright, I'm gonna keep white knuckling the steering wheel and probably praying to Pharasma. I believe they got this.
Are you going to move the submersible forward, or staying put?
Well, if I can feel that the submarine is being shaken and crushed by the creature, then I don't think there's any point of moving forward because it's attached to the machine.
Well, you can't see outside of the window right now.
No, but you said that when she latched on, or the creature latched on, that's what caused some of the water to go into the submarine. So I'm pretty sure I could piece the two together that some creature is attached to them.
Okay. Ilix.
Ilix is going to do a swim check to see, following Plea, and attempt to get back around behind. And oh yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna first move like 5, 10, 15. Nope, don't see anything. 5. I still don't see anything. Do I get any sign of where this creature is?
You see
being
me
back here?
reaching into the cloud.
Okay, because I can't even tell where you are.
Oh.
You definitely can. I can see him on your sight line.
I cannot see him. Let me refresh. See if that.
Yeah, because your lighting shows me that you can see him.
Well, it's being really weird now that I refreshed. Hang on just a minute here. Wow, that's not right. Jesus. Roll 20. I love it.
You gotta love it and hate it.
Yeah. You take the good, you take the bad. You play the game. Okay, yeah, now I can see him. So yeah, I get around there to where I can see him, and then I get ready to pull some arrows on my next turn.
Okay, Leopold.
Alright. Having aimed for this last few seconds, I'm gonna hope she hasn't fucking moved and go for the shot where I was before. Hopefully I don't hit Plea. That would really suck.
Don't
Then
have
again,
one.
I wouldn't know he's there. So.
Yep.
Boy, this would suck. Okay.
I can
We're
think of
gonna-
a worse scenario.
Yeah, probably. So. Oop. Get rid of the. So that is a 19 to hit, and that would be a 26 to hit on. And that is a 16 damage and a 19 damage.
I thought you only got one shot.
I'm doing the Deadeye thing, where I take a full round action, because I reloaded last time and didn't shoot. So I aimed down sight, took a full round action to fire, and for
So
the
why is there 2 attack rolls? Shouldn't there only be 1?
the way it's kind of like I think Ilix has something very similar. So what I do is I don't add my dexterity onto that second hit, so actually it's -4. But for every successful attack roll against a target beyond
you
the
add
first,
those up. Yep.
yeah. It's kind of like clustered shot, but without the ability to having to add
Well,
the
with touch
thing.
AC, I think you hit both. So
So that would be a 16 damage and a 15 damage, because it's -4 plus 2.
oh wait, actually with the distance to her,
It would be a
it's
19,
-4 right now.
and then plus 2 from the
Right. Touch is -2. So as long as you
So
clear
18.
touch AC 15, you should be fine.
Okay.
I think you do on both. So I already put the damage in.
Okay.
But obviously, you shoot the darkness, and you have your little bubbles of black powder that go rippling up, and like, well, I guess towards your feet, really.
Yeah, that's probably weird, actually.
Yeah. Plea. Wait a minute. It's her turn.
I was gonna say,
I accidentally deleted the turn because I deleted the sharks.
because you deleted the shark.
But they
Ah.
definitely were going before you originally, so I'm going to put them back.
That's fine.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like there's like a fire ant on my screen.
It does. Given that I've had ants in my house, it's not my favorite thing to see.
I hate them.
How much does that do? Okay. She is going to attack you with her tentacles, please.
Cool. She's grappled, so she takes a penalty.
Mm-hmm. So do you, though.
That is true. Actually, let me turn that on.
Okay. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That will definitely hit me.
So she's going to do some damage to you.
Would be a 24 with prayer, but I assume it would still hit you.
Oh yeah, it hits me. I'm grappled, so I...
2, 3, 4. So that'll be 7 damage, and she gets an opportunity to take control.
She can't take control. I'm immune to grapple.
What?
I have freedom of movement. Grapple checks against me automatically fail.
Oh,
That's why freedom of movement's so amazing for a
that's
grapple.
so strong, dude.
Wait, what?
Freedom of movement, grapple checks made against the subject automatically fail.
Damn. Okay. That's too
Jesus.
bad. Because she rolled really high. She's sad now because she rolled 35, and that would definitely have
That
gotten you.
would definitely have gotten me.
Sure
Mine
would have
is-
worked. He didn't have freedom of movement.
Plea has ascended. He is grappling the thing that grapples for a living.
Goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it back
I
in
mean-
the deck, Squid.
There's
No,
a
it's
reason.
cool,
there's
man.
a reason. There's
Yeah.
a reason why the number one monk
I
item
was
is the
wondering why
freedom
you
of
guys
movement.
put him outside instead of Havelock, who can teleport around, but now this makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom of movement on a monk is so overpowered.
That's crazy good, yeah. Do it, man.
Yeah, so I will do my grapple check as a move action.
Wait, is it like
to-
any combat maneuver or just grapple?
I think it's just grapple.
Okay.
Strategic automatically succeeds on any. Oh no. I can automatically escape artist, and combat maneuver checks made to grapple automatically fail.
Okay, so like other stuff is fine. Okay,
Yeah, you can still trip me.
that doesn't really work underwater.
Nope. Okay, so I make a grapple check at a +5. So that's wow.
It's really interesting that she doesn't have a bonus to CMD for grapple. She has a bonus to be against trip, but she has a bonus grapple on her CMB. So she's good at attacking grapple, but not defending grapple. It's really strange.
Well, so like normally, if you would grapple her, she would just grapple you back. Like
yeah,
she
but
definitely would have grappled me back. And I'm really
so I guess what I'm saying is most grappled creatures that I've looked at have had both.
yeah.
No.
So I definitely succeed.
Yep.
And then I get to.
Well, wait. Concealment still matters, right? Because it's still an attack roll.
I am grappling her, so she doesn't have concealment from me.
Is that how that works?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's true.
Because blur, I guess, would probably still work.
Let me look up the sheet. Conceal. Oh, there's
Well, it
nothing
doesn't
about
matter. I
conceal.
rolled a 98, so you succeed.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yes.
So yes, I succeed. I will attempt to. I have to figure out because I'm not necessarily trying to pin her. Oh, I do have to have her pinned before I can tie her up. I will pin her with that grapple check, and because of my greater grapple, I automatically succeed the next one. I will use that to tie her up.
Okay. What are you
gonna do
binding her
this?
with?
Rope from my rope of infinite twine.
Does it take an action to pull your twine out?
It counts as drawing weapon, and I have quick draw, so I can draw as a free action.
My God.
Wait, he's
I've
Spider-Man!
literally designed a perfect character for this.
He's fucking Spider-Man!
He literally is Spider-Man.
Yep. Havok.
Still woefully unaware of Plea's utter domination of this poor beast.
I feel bad for it now.
Yeah, Havelock is gonna swing again at this.
Like the
Actually, you know what? After feeling the effects of whatever that ink is, I think Havelock is gonna grab Leopold's belt. Can I see Leopold even?
Nope.
No.
He's 5 foot away from me. Is that
You
that's
could
still...
try to reach out and grab him, but
Well-
I'm going to roll concealment for that.
Well, if I can't see, I can't teleport us anyway. So
Well, you can still reach out to where you thought he was and try
You could
to grab
probably
him.
also.
yeah, but even
kind
if I grabbed him, I couldn't do anything. Can't see.
Oh, you
Yes,
can't
where
see
I'm
your
going.
destination. Yep.
Right. All right. So if I swim to here or clamber or crawl or however you want to call it, can I see the hatch?
No, but you could probably feel it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think
I think it takes probably most of your movement to find it though, because you're just kind
Okay.
of feeling around and trying to swim while this thing presses into you.
right. Okay, I think I'm gonna reach for Leopold, and I can't actually move him, but I would try to guide him, use my standard action. Excuse me. Use my standard action to grab him and then start to clamber up through the hole.
Okay.
So that'd be my full round to do this.
I say that because he's adjacent to you, and I think you had light on you, right?
I do.
Yeah, so I'll say that it's only 20% miss, and I rolled 39, so you succeed at reaching out and grabbing Leopold, and a short while later you find the manway, but I think that's probably your whole turn there,
Okay.
just to feel around and get that done.
Yeah.
Xenesis.
Do. And yep, I'm just gonna keep
We
hold
all
on to that
live
steering
in
wheel.
a yellow submarine.
submarine.
Okay,
Um,
Leopold.
Feeling someone grab my belt, I'm gonna actually reach down and kind of do tap tap, I know it's you sort of thing. Hopefully he doesn't pull me, but hey, we don't know how to fucking do Morse code. Movement action reload and standard action fire, but I don't have. I'm not gonna spend any more grit because I might need that later.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna shoot once.
Okay.
Tied up creature has the helpless condition.
I don't know if that hits. A 20 minus.
It's helpless.
I don't think
Oh.
you've known if any of your shots have hit.
Good
so
point.
far.
I have just been shooting into the.
Yeah,
True.
we're literally shooting blind.
Well, other than that first one, but so that is a 20 minus the 4, so it'd be a 16, which does beat it. And that is 12
Plus it's
damage.
helpless.
Yeah, and that is 12 damage.
Okay. Ilix.
Ilix is going to kick her legs and get about another 5 feet over, and I'm assuming I'm seeing Plea go fucking rodeo on this thing, and like
you see, like
wraps
he
up
like
the tentacles and throws
reaches,
his hands up in the air.
he like reaches down on his robe, pulls out some rope, and like you see him like reaching into this cloud, just doing something with the rope.
He's either wrapping a very large package or doing his job. And so Ilix is going to spray arrows into that area.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
at present you will have a -6.
a -6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's that far away? Or is that distance? Or is that...
You're like 15 feet away because of diagonals and the way they work.
Oh,
They're
that
weird.
sucks. Well, I rolled shit too, so... but he's helpless, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what. Let's see.
My attack
Helpless.
is a 18. -6 is a 12.
It is Dex 0.
-5 modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does he lose all of his normal dex bonus to AC, but he has an additional -5 on top of that.
No, the -5 is the modifier for 0 Dex.
Yeah, but like if you had like positive dex, that would add to your AC. So you like going from a +3 dex to a -5 is effectively losing
10.
8.
Well, no, it'd be 10.
Okay.
+5 to -5 is a total change of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you'll still hit.
Okay, so he'll take 13 damage from that first hit, and then the second arrow from the mini shot. Whoops, not that one. Sorry, it's this one. Does 17 more damage.
Damn.
So that is 30 damage.
Okay. Plea, you feel the creature go limp in your arms as you're trying to wrap this rope around it.
Okay.
I just gotta stab the shit out of it.
As I found out, if their CMB is lower than my CMB, they cannot escape my rope. Interestingly enough.
His CMB to grapple would be like.
And it's just their CMB, not their grapple. So like, it's not my grapple CMB. It's just my regular CMB.
As in, like, before a roll?
So attacker uses rope or similar binding to tie the defender. This works like the pin effect, but the DC to escape is 20 plus my CMB instead of just my CMD. If the DC to escape is higher than 20 plus the defender's CMB, the defender cannot escape from the bonds even with a natural 20 on the check.
Wow, that's pretty ridiculous.
Very powerful. But like it's based off of my regular CMB, not my grapple CMB for those DCs.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Because you
So,
get like
like-
a +10 to your grapples, don't you?
I get
Something-
an additional ridiculous modifier on my grapples.
okay.
So after seeing arrows flash past him and feeling the tentacles go limp, does Plea signal that the thing's dead?
Yeah, I think Plea will sign to Ilix.
Because I've got you obviously know I'm there because I shot arrows and I've got a stone. So
Yeah. Plea signs that it's dead and just like pulls it out of the cloud and like tosses it to the side in the water. And then starts swimming
yeah,
into the cloud.
Yeah, I start beating feet as well. Yeah, beating feet I guess would still be appropriate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Or-
like use the rope that is tethering me to pull Ilix in.
Okay.
Yep.
and try to get her to the porthole as we go down.
Okay.
I assume between that and my swim check, I'm able to get back in.
Yes.
Oh, hey, compatriot. You have fun out there?
She's just covered in like this black, sticky water.
Flea returns to the side of and like points like forward for like Xenesis to like drive forward out of the
They
cloud.
can't see you.
Oh.
They can see your fingerprint like press up against the glass.
I didn't think I'd be so happy to get back in here.
Oh, I know you're happy to see me. I mean, you don't have to say that. I missed you guys, or missed you.
Good thing I tactically hyperventilated before I had to hold my breath all that time.
You feel Leopold tapping on your hand
Okay.
because you're still in the manhole, aren't you?
While you
I
guys
guess.
are talking, the cloud begins to dissipate. Partly because you're sinking through it, and partly because it's just kind of diffusing into the water. And Leopold, from your vantage point, you can just start to see the body of the devilfish go floating off into the distance.
We
I
should.
think
Right
I wanna
before I
shoot it
yank
one
your
more
leg
time.
and pull you out.
Kind of want to shoot it one more time just to be sure, but I don't think I'd hit it from here. So I'll scramble back up into the thing, be like, and I'm gonna spit out the air crystal, and be like, "Oh, those taste like ass."
Oh,
I
I
think
didn't
we
know
should-
you ate ass.
Well, I am from here,
All right.
and I can sit
Enough
back
of
where
this. Enough of this. I know the spirits are running a little high right now, but we should carry on before the commotion draws any more predators.
Also, there's about 1.5 inches of water on the bottom of the submersible at this point.
Also, there's 1.5 inches of water in the bottom of the submersible. I don't know what to do
Yeah.
about that.
Is there a bilge pump around here somewhere? I know
It
some
doesn't-
bigger boats
It
have.
doesn't look like there is one, no.
Looks like we're just gonna have to drink it.
I could
I
turn it
wouldn't.
into drinking water.
I probably still would.
How about we just not get
'Cause
any
I've-
more inside?
Yeah.
Havelock,
So-
standing there completely drenched, goes, "You're gonna get us all wet if we don't dry it up now."
Ilix, the thought of just using her boot to shove Havelock back underwater, just sort of stomp
So,
him out the airlock.
Thump. like a fucking
Lock
breech
it
torpedo
shut.
tube. Yeah. So at Leopold's probably gonna look over and have a look and go, "Hey, so you were right. This was a terrible idea."
I did say so. On the other hand, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to slay that evil beast if we hadn't descended to these depths. And to whom much is given, much is asked.
Yes, you certainly dealt the killing blow.
Well, to be honest,
Anyhow,
I don't even know if I was hitting it this whole time. I
I'm
was
pretty
honestly
sure I hit it
panicked and
once.
shooting.
and then I couldn't hit it again.
Priestess, if you would get us
Nice driving, by the way.
moving.
Thank you. Thank you.
I go over to the window and sign to Plea. Are you okay?
He seemed fine.
Please signs back. I'm doing all right, but we should get down as fast as we can.
Well, I don't control the speed that we go down. That would be Croon. But I can control the direction we go.
Well, sounds like we're good to chill.
Yes, we
So does
sit
anybody
here
have
and
any playing cards?
wait in the reek.
Yeah,
Ah,
Havelock
like a-
just tries to trying to shake off the. I mean, on the plus side, it's not so uncomfortably warm in here anymore. He says, just dripping like water onto the floor.
The inky black seems to suit you.
Oh goodness.
I mean, for us, most colors are black, so like
Mhm.
it totally normal thing for her to say.
So a few minutes later, as you were still descending and trying to return to some semblance of normalcy after that rather chaotic experience. The water outside, curiously, begins to get brighter again, instead of darker like you might expect.
This is a strange turn.
I look out the window.
And as you get closer to the bottom, it gets even brighter still. And eventually, oh wow, yep.
Well, that's got like
Jesus.
-9 on it.
Well, you rolled a 19.
But still, yeah,
Plus
You-
22. God damn.
yeah, because
So yeah, Ilix, you're able to very clearly make out a kind of a terrifying sight. Honestly, the muddy floor of the bay, pretty close to where you would where you can now see this big spire coming up out of the ground that you assume is like the source of the Tern rocks. Pretty much right at the base is a great dome of like a dull, shiny gray metal. And it honestly, its construction makes Karun's wondrous invention seem kind of clunky and primitive, because like seams run up the dome's side to its apex, and they're sprinkled with little glowing lights with like a dim blue radiance that gives the entire scene kind of an otherworldly appearance.
this is fascinating.
We found a
What is
spaceship.
Sorry, what?
What is it?
It's like a dome of some kind. It's lit. There's some kind of structures down here.
Yes,
Havelock,
Karun was
yeah,
right.
we'll move over to the window and look out.
Yeah, you all see a similar sight. It looks like something out of The Sphere, if you've seen that movie.
Can I do like a
Have
knowledge
not.
check, like maybe history or something, to try to interpret what this is?
I would allow
Can't do history because I don't have it.
maybe
I do though.
maybe
So
maybe
I do as
history or
well.
religion would be all right.
Boom!
Nice.
Domes, decidedly unpharasmic. I don't like it.
What if it
Yes,
had a
but a
spiral
good
in it?
structure for maintaining pressure.
Based on your previous encounters with these creatures, you believe this is probably architecture belonging to the scum.
Pressure is also unpharasmic.
I'd wager that there's breathable air of some sort in those places.
I didn't know
Um,
scum were that advanced.
And perhaps they're not, but whatever.
Oh,
Guides
actually, let me add an addendum to this. The dome that you see actually appears to have been added on to the tunnels underneath, and you don't believe it is of scum construction. It looks different and otherworldly, and I don't actually think you know it at all.
That's even worse.
I take everything I said back.
yes. Havelock's gonna sigh. Oh, well, not what I was hoping for, but I suppose anything's better than having to get back and fight another one of those squid beasts.
Just think of it
Devilfish.
this way: it's a slightly larger, dangerous situation.
That makes me feel much better, Professor. Thank you.
He'll give you sort of a wry smile. Um, can we see enough to see if there's like an obvious access point?
Yes. Let me get down to there. So you find, as you get closer, there is a pretty large, obvious cave mouth that goes inward, and about probably 20 feet inward to this cave, there's what looks a bit like. Honestly, it looks kind of like the surface of a Stargate. It's this
ripply portal thing.
ripply, portally, like blue shimmering surface.
Sideways toilet bowl.
Yeah, it's described.
Yes.
It's described as a lens of rippling glass that covers a circular opening 8 feet in diameter. The lens provides a distorted view of a dimly lit cave behind that appears to be free of water.
Do we see enemies in said cave?
Not from that perspective, no.
Xenesis, I think over here, if you could steer us in this direction.
This direction as in right or left?
The direction that I indicate.
Okay. I don't see it on the map, but
She can see. Well, just say that you follow whatever way he points.
Alright.
I like to imagine that she sees which way he's pointing, but she just doesn't know which one is right or left. She's like, okay, but she doesn't want anybody to know. She's like, yes, just say left or right.
And then
that
point
is.
in that direction.
As you're pointing, I can see it, but
which side is the,
it's like when
to
you're
us?
trying. It's like when you meet somebody that whose name you forgot, and you're trying to like get them to say it.
Yeah. What side is that on to our of our submarine that this is appearing on?
It doesn't super matter.
Okay. Well, we see it in the porthole, and then we direct Xenesis to pilot us in that direction.
Alright, Captain Professor.
You have steered your device over towards the cave mouth. Now, what are you doing?
So this looks it's like rippling and shit, right? Like we can. Okay. I was like, well,
I
guess
swim
this is our
over to
way
it.
in. Oh,
And put
please
my
go ahead.
hands on it to see if we can go through it.
You're still on board the submarine, or no? You're not.
I am not.
You're not.
He
Yeah.
is very outboard.
Yep. Okay. What about everybody on the sub?
I think we watch Plea, or I watch.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, Steve.
Please taking the initiative, and I'm gonna.
The floor of the bay is rapidly approaching.
Oh, well,
mayhap we should
well-
stop.
How? Okay, yeah, I guess I'll. How close are we?
Ring that bell.
You are probably 20 feet up.
Okay, I ring the bell.
Oh, that's yeah.
Okay, you pull on the little wire, and the bell rings, and you feel your submersible lurch to a stop, which feels like an elevator stopping, but worse. And you're briefly all heavier, but then the submersible has now completely stopped, and you hear the small tube that was softly going with air the whole time has now also ceased. Plea. Let's see. You put your hand up to the surface. It feels a little bit rubbery and warm to the touch. Yeah, almost like I don't know, almost like putting your finger through like a rubber band ball, kind of.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like stick my hand through it? Like.
Yeah. It
And on the other
moves.
side?
It actually seems like it forms around your skin and strips water off. Like your hand on the other side feels dry.
Okay. Yeah, I return to the window and sign.
It's like one of those It's like one of those Dyson hand dryers.
But plasticky and
Worst urinal ever.
rubbery.
Worst urinal ever.
These are interesting descriptions of this, and I sign that we should go through it. Like I kind of like point towards it and to direct Xenesis to steer into it.
Okay, well, I'll head out.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying we should drive the ship into the bubble thing?
I think we should probably leave the
I think we
ship
should.
here.
I think we should position it right next to the
Okay.
bubble. or just above the bubble?
Then I park the submarine right by the bubble thing.
You're not sure that it'll fit in the cave.
Buy it.
Yeah, that's basically where it is right now.
Okay, as close as we can be to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I begin unfastening my my rope bindings, so that I untether myself, and then I swim through the magical water hole into the dryness.
Yep. Lorelix will get everything ready and say, "Well, here we go."
Mhm.
Flock
And-
do the same.
Yep. Get out through the hole and swim over as briskly as possible, and uncomfortably put my body through the rubber band gate.
Zuzu, what are you doing?
Where are you going?
Oh, I don't see anything. Everything's just black.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
anything
neither
either.
do I.
Oh. Oh, they don't have light?
No.
I can.
Maybe?
I'll get my light.
Pitch blackness.
I saw our token zoom through a wall and go flying around. I was like,
I was like, are you
I
trying
was
to
like-
explore the whole dungeon?
yeah,
No.
I was like, wait a minute,
I
where
was
is she
just trying
going?
to move my character. Hopefully light would appear
Is that
eventually.
better now?
Yes.
Okay, I think that we're actually going to wrap up there, as that seems like a decent stopping point, and it is now 6 minutes till midnight here. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So, Plea, you've grappled a kraken. How do you feel?
yeah, pretty much.
Well, nobody knows that I've grappled a kraken except for maybe Lorimer.
I think
Yep.
this is going to be something that you do brag about.
Um,
Humble as Plea normally is, he's going to be like, "Did you see that shit?"
he
Please,
knows
like,
the notes
literally
off.
no. Didn't
No.
Plea, I hate to be the one to do this, but I need you to release the Kraken.
Please
Oh,
signs
no.
to Professor Lorimer, and I did back there after you killed it.
Yep, along with its loot.
They
Wait,
have
what?
the pirates books in this universe.
I'm not gonna stop to loot while we're descending in a submarine.
He's holding it as we're descending the whole time, just one tentacle.
Wait, this
Frag-
squid has a backpack.
It could have magical item.
It's full of air crystals.
Yeah. What the fuck? A +3 greatsword.
I do want to thank you, Dart, for using the the Kraken music from Pirates, because that is my favorite piece from any of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. Perfect fighting music.
I thought it did really well, yeah. I really liked how we started that off too, with the shark being right behind you. I just couldn't resist.
Surprise!
I
It's
saw
too
it
bad that
pass,
he rolled
like,
2 on his
2
fucking
times.
stealth check.
Yeah, I have okay perception too. Like,
Well, you rolled really good too.
I was just really hoping he wasn't going to be interested in us, and it was a just kind of an anxiety builder, because I don't know if you guys saw him pass, but with my
I
low
didn't
light
see
vision,
him
I saw him
pass.
pass.
Yeah,
wasn't
I did
paying
that on
attention to the map.
Yeah.
Had I been paying attention to the map, I probably would have seen it, and
It
then
was
maybe been a
definitely
little bit
visible
more
to Plea
prepared.
as well, but he wasn't looking. I don't
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just say that Plea had his eyes pressed up against the glass, looking at his friends inside longingly.
think. Mm-hmm. Like that meme
Yep.
from a few years ago.
Yep.
Man.
Alright.
Yeah. So freedom of movement is the best shit
It's
ever.
Super awesome, yeah. It's too bad
Again,
the helmet only works
Very good
underwater.
for you.
Well,
I
the
can't-
freedom of movement is a spell that Zoo cast on me, and it lasts for
Oh, I thought the helmet
hun-
provided that too.
no. The
No.
helmet provides me swim speed, and
Ah,
but the freedom of movement allows me to move freely underwater, which is so nice.
But like the fact that you're fucking Spider-Man with that robe.
immune to grapple is pretty fucking strong too. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, no, that's
It's like,
As
oh,
a grappler,
I'm
it's
grappling you,
huge.
and now you can't take control of the grapple. Sucks for you.
That is so enormously huge to have as a
But yeah,
grappler.
again.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
if you just like tied grappling hooks on the end of rope that you were drawing out, and then just fucking whipped the fucking things, how much technically you can draw as a free action? You could just draw infinitely. You could
I
just
can draw 30 feet of rope per turn.
per turn. Okay,
per round.
there's a turn. There's a round limit. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like if there wasn't, technically you could just go like and just throw like 400 feet of rope out.
Yeah.
I think as a swift action, once per day, I can do like 150 feet.
Does that
as like
damage it at all?
It doesn't damage it, but like there's something about it. Let me look it up.
Because like really, what's to stop you from just going like, pew, just throwing 400 feet of rope out and swinging across the chasm in like a half a second?
Darpe.
30 feet
Yeah,
of twine
true.
or 10 feet of hemp rope per round without harming.
What's that?
Immediate action.
No, he said what's to stop him from doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Darpe.
The DM
Darpe
is
to
designed
stop-
to do that.
Yeah.
As an immediate action, the wearer can draw up to 150 feet of twine or 50 feet of rope from the rope, but this gives the rope the broken condition and suppresses its powers until repaired.
But that's just a mending, isn't it? Or would it be make whole? It'd have to be make whole, wouldn't it?
You can use mending on magical items, I think.
I thought it was mundane, but I can't remember. It's been a while since I've had to
Let's
use
see.
it.
Spell repairs damaged objects, restoring 1d4 hit points to the object. If the object has a broken condition, this condition is removed. If the object is restored to at least half
there you
its
go.
original hit points, all the pieces of an object must be present for this spell to function.
Well, it didn't lose
Magic
hit
items
points,
can be
so
repaired as long as you have a caster level equal to or higher than the object, which Zoo definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, I just realized something. I would have been able to save 300 gold pieces at the beginning of the game if I just had Zoo cast mending on my battered gun. God damn it.
It's okay. They're there. And this is hindsight 2020.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, by now 300 is kind of a drop in the bucket compared to the other.
You have a
things I put in.
literal arsenal of guns, and like, in
Yeah,
fairness,
how about that weird dream you had? What was that about?
I haven't had it yet because remember I died.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. I'd imagine at the end of the conclusion when I'm either fully dead or whatnot, I'll be like, man, I died. And then I'll lose sanity points and Darp will make me go insane because of it.
What dream are we talking about?
Insanity
Yeah.
buddies.
The
Ryan
Halloween.
King.
Yeah, the Halloween game.
Oh,
Leopold has pulled out of time.
And I have been killed in it brutally by a knife to the back.
Yep.
I like how that's the thing that made him
I'm
laugh.
sure we can find the place to fit that in Carrion Crown.
You wake up one night after this whole Cthulhu adventure. Just like,
Unless I don't make it. And then I'm dead in both. The dream, apparently.
dying in dreams kills you in real life, so...
It's true. Everyone knows this. That's just facts.
Mm-hmm.
What would be really interesting is if you die here and you wake up in that world.
I'm just permanently
This-
a plaything of the Lantern King
This
till I can
was a
fucking
dream the whole time, all of Carrion Crown.
Well, bring out Hans Zimmer, have him fall asleep on the keyboard. Here we go. Fucking
Bong!
bong!
All right.